Welcome to this week's episode of Campbell and Jones Meet the Monsters, the podcast we chart the cinematic legacy of the classic monsters. I'm John Campbell. With me, as always, Brendan Jones.
And I'm honored to attend this very special occasion.
You are cordially invited.
I got my special little cardstock invitation, which I dumped in the rain.
Yeah, I was going to say, I got mine in the rain and then ran off and turned into a wolf. Yeah, folks, I will say, it's not quite like The Howling, because The Howling just refuses to die, and we've been covering it forever, but this has been the thing over the last 2 seasons of this show that just keeps rearing its ugly head, and we're back to the Twilight Saga, but we're in the end game now, Brendan.
Yes, we are. Thanos has gotten the last of the Infinity Stones.
And befitting the Avengers reference that is, we've assembled Earth's mightiest horror podcasters.
Yes, we have.
Yeah, this is our own monster rally, to put it into our the parlance of our show. This is the first time we've had 2 guests on.
I actually was about to ask, because we've had both of our friends here, but I've never
together.
We've never had both together.
No, and they've each covered individual Twilight movies, but for these last 2, we're bringing them together. We have Elliott Lewis.
Hello.
And Olivia Gray.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Olivia froze.
Yeah.
Hello. And
there you go.
Yeah,
you
froze for just a second. You're back now.
We've got connection issues.
Yeah.
But you know what? That fits the pacing of this movie.
That's great.
Yeah.
Setting the bar high.
Yeah, that actually worked, because get ready for things to happen eventually is what this movie is.
Yes.
Yeah. Olivia and I watched this last night together. And I was saying after it ended that because I have not seen either of these 2 movies before.
Olivia,
I have some approximate knowledge of apparently just the second one.
I also
that's where all of the interesting and campy shit happens, apparently, because it ain't in this one.
The stuff.
Yeah.
Can I just say that is the flip of me? As in, I've never seen these before, but everything that I'd heard, everything that people are going, you have to see, is all in this one. I was surprised watching this, because I thought that some of the things that we're going to talk about didn't happen until the next one. I was like, we're getting that already? I mean, I knew that they were getting married, but I didn't know that the whole baby imprinting and turning her is all in this one. I'm like, what happens next? Because literally, other than I guess,
you're in for a treat.
Yeah. A treat is an interesting word. Yeah.
So I kind of was amazed when this was over. I was like going, wait, that's all the crazy stuff that I'd heard about.
If you haven't figured it out or didn't read the title of this episode, yes, this is Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 1. Or I'm sorry, technically it's fully called The Twilight Saga Breaking Dawn Part 1.
Longest title in film history?
How many letters do you have for your marquee local movie cinemas? You know,
Not enough.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Every movie theater just put Twilight. They just put Twilight. They didn't need to explain
the new Twilight,
and
the teen girls flocked to it.
Ooh, that is so sick.
But I did think, I will say, watching this one, but particularly watching this one, I did think, teen girls of America, you deserve better.
Man, do you?
Thank you. We do.
And trying to sell this, as we were saying off mic, trying to sell this as and I guess in book form as well, this should not be the template for anyone's idea of romance and partnership and finding the love of your life. At the very base of this story is the idea that an 18-year-old girl is ready to marry. Let's take vampires and all that shit out of it.
The scariest thing in this movie, yeah.
I had a friend who married at 19, and it was everything you would imagine. It went, of course, bad. They were divorced in 2 years, and luckily no children were brought into the world. But I mean, it
also no one was turned into an immortal creature. So
that.
Oh yeah, you know what?
Still waiting for.
I was gonna say I speak too soon. I don't know that whole story.
Yeah, but anyway, I mean, this thing is just. bananas, and it was bananas from the first movie. It's just we've reached peak bananas.
Yes, well, I don't think we have actually, because part 2 is still out there. And I similar to
teasing. I'm now excited for this next one just because you guys are like going, you don't even know yet.
We've reached peak bananas in the
reals, in the real sense, the sense of what could happen in our reality.
Yeah, like because the peak bananas in the Mormonism aspect of it. We were talking about this last night. That this one just sort of fully. I think actually you said like it just takes the mask off and it's like
right. Yeah,
absolutely.
In this movie, Bella is given her magical pajamas. Well, so that's important.
The thing in this one, and I've thought this before, but yes, as you are alluding to, the thing I'm always shocked by these movies is these are the most Christian films that never mention Jesus. But beyond actually talking about religion, I've never seen more conservative Christian values put into a movie. It's crazy.
Nuts.
Like it's so, and this one really punches you in the face.
We also know that Mormons, when they finally lose their virginity, they bruise each other. Like
and break beds.
It's not good.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead, Olivia.
I just got distracted by the bruising ritual. Yeah. Well, the thing about that, like it having such open and clear conservative, is that it is total bait and switch from at least the first previous movie. Rely on romantic tropes and have something appealing to the teenage psyche. Like, what teenager is like, this wedding is my dream?
It's so boring. The wedding's so boring and serious, and
it's beautiful, man.
And also, I think I realized too. I mean, I'm watching this movie going, and I kind of assumed this would be the case because they have split one book into two, which is maybe not a great decision. I'm watching this going, is the whole movie the wedding? Like, there was a period of time where I thought, like, when I started, and I looked it up, and it's like the first half hour of the movie.
It's the first, yes. It takes
I also was like, holy crap, is this the whole movie?
Yeah, because it's like, then it goes from the wedding.
Honestly, funny. That would be a good
right?
bit.
Like,
I would love that.
Of course, the wedding
respect
is not
to some
the whole movie,
extent.
that would have been like maybe an interesting choice.
That would have been arguably artistic.
Time?
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been awesome too. But we do have to have we actually start in Italy again with one of our favorite character actors of all time. And just some nonsense that leads nowhere. Like, oh, so they're getting married.
Whoa. Brendan, did you watch an extended cut? I didn't see this.
That's the only one that was
Did
available.
you guys see a Michael Sheen opening?
No.
I didn't know.
Oh my god, I saw the longer version.
Wait, did we? Did I miss that?
Because I mean, I have my notes.
I
thought ours opened with Jacob's
That's
invitation.
the version I watched started with Jacob.
Opened in Italy too.
Oh shit.
Okay. Well, I will say
it's very brief. It's so brief.
Wow.
It goes absolutely nowhere.
Okay.
But it does literally just the movie's first pile of dead bodies, because there will be another one later in Bella's dream,
which is not as rad as it sounds.
Us a pile of dead bodies.
Yeah, that sounds cool, but it's not.
The only version I could find, which cost me $3.98, was the extended version.
You should have watched it for free on Dailymotion like we did.
Yeah, I am lucky
to myself to do that.
I am
perfectly placed ads.
Oh
just,
Oh,
God. I can imagine. Yeah,
and they were like 100 times louder than the movie.
Always the best. Yeah. Always the best.
But I'll also say this: the only good thing about paying $3.95 is that the movie was already 2 hours and 4 minutes.
Yeah.
About yeah.
Yeah. Because the ads would have made it even.
So
longer.
Brendan, you saw the extended home video edition, which runs 125 minutes. It's 7 minutes longer than the version. I watched the theatrical cut because luckily, I guess for me, my sister still has all these DVDs in a box somewhere, so I can go So I've been actually watching these, but the theatrical cut starts with Jacob getting the invitation,
Okay.
Yeah, I think that is the one we watched because ours started with Bella's voiceover.
They're gonna fight.
You watched.
I was not that drunk.
Definitely saw the
both
vampires.
watched this. You both watched this last night for context.
Yeah. Which is
Well, like they're saying,
our version was also 2 hours and 5 minutes.
There you go.
It's
the same version, but it is very brief. All it is it's that council of the of Michael Sheen, the sleepy one, and then the young hot one that's sort of androgynous with the deep voice, and basically a human assistant. Valentina, I remember her name, brings the invitation to them, and he goes, they're getting married. Well, that's great. And the other one goes, that's just a delaying ploy before she turns. It's like just trying to keep her alive.
I mean,
and he's like, yes, well, that's crazy. Thanks a lot.
I didn't want the movie to be longer, but I could always stand for a little more Michael Sheen.
He's glorious and very he's doing the eyebrow stuff, and then he goes, well, that's excellent, thanks for passing on the news, human, by the way, you interrupted us, and for that. And then the other two vampires, he goes, chomp. And they lean in and they chomp, and then the camera pulls out and there's also just a stack of dead humans in their little cubby, and then we cut to
that almost sounds like a horror movie.
Yes,
it's dangerously close to being horror.
And then Jake is a little upset.
I like that you call him Jake. Hey, Jake, the werewolf, man.
Biggie boy.
Calls him because they're best friends. Yeah,
they're besties.
Ours definitely started.
See, I feel like I'm a part of that group. I kind of feel like we would all be friends. So Bella calls him Jake. I call him Jake. Yeah. I think we would totally hang.
Yeah,
that's too much emotion.
Yeah, she would hate you immediately.
Oh, yeah. I will say this.
Oh, you have a personality? No.
I will say this. Pattinson is
asleep in this one.
Movie. Yeah, he's not here. She is doing all the heavy lifting. I actually respect
and
her
I feel
greatly for this movie.
I respect and feel bad for her.
In it, but she is definitely trying. She's like, oh, right, I'm the one that actually has emotional arcs, and he's just always somnambulant.
I actually, at the very beginning of the movie, had to look up and see where in Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson's relationship timeline we were, because I thought that this was potentially
stuff
after the cheating was revealed, and I was like, he might be real mad.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. That's the crazy part.
He's just dead
and we
inside.
Looked up. We looked at the what else the director has done, because
he's actually made good movies. It's really weird.
Right? Yes. So it's like, what were the directing choices? Yeah. Like, because I know that there are so many people in this movie that have been good in other things.
Yes. Oh yeah.
And it's just baffling. Like, from minute one, when Alice is like just literally just saying her lines.
Yeah.
It's because at this point they know they're locked into their contract.
Yeah.
They have to get through the last movies. They're making a jillion dollars.
I don't think a lot of thought went into this, and that goes across the board with the writing, the directing, and that kind of thing. This isn't a shit movie because it still has this polish and sheen. A studio
No,
film.
we've seen it's bad.
But there's no ambition behind this at all.
No, we've talked about this. There are different kinds of bad movies we cover on this podcast. And this has way too much money behind it to be bad in the way a lot of the movies made for 12 cents that we talk about sometimes on here are.
This is different bad.
This is not Bonnie and Clyde versus Dracula,
Right.
Which at least have some sort of charm, because that someone wanted to make
there's
that
an
movie.
earnestness to those.
This is a paint by numbers movie.
Nobody is excited to be here except Stephanie Meyer is pumping her fist in the corner.
The fans of the books, who I would have to say, by and large, and of course this is painting with a very big brush, but by and large, the fans of the books would have just been like, oh, they did that part. Oh, well, here comes this part.
Yeah.
I'm like, they're not really looking for a good movie. They just want to see people walk around. I'm Bella. I am Edward.
I do have a vague memory of people being like, this is not how I imagined Bella's wedding.
That also could happen.
I also remember that.
That makes sense. I mean, we We understand that just from a being a fan of something perspective.
Yes, anything that gets adapted, if you are like a diehard fan, more than likely you'll be excited and then also a little disappointed because why did they leave this out, or why is that still?
Although the idea that they if this is just part one, the idea that they've left anything out seems insane to me because if the amount of just shit that's in this movie,
it's pretty like from what I'm remembering and like rereading like plot summaries, it's
right.
And I haven't been here since the first Twilight movie that y'all did, but like that one didn't really leave anything out either.
No,
but again, it's because not a lot of shit happens.
Right. These aren't dense with subplots and brilliant side characters.
The thing is that they're following the Harry Potter model, but the thing about the Harry Potter books is by the end, they're right there behind me. They get really, the last one's really huge. Splitting that into two movies kind of made sense. This, I have a feeling they just copied that model so they could have an extra movie.
It's for money, yeah.
This doesn't feel like you had to. I don't think that Breaking Dawn, the novel, was so dense that they're like, woof,
they've been struggling.
Split this into
they've been struggling to get one movie out of these books.
Oh, Elliott, what's that face?
I said this last night, but
yes,
because the tone of this next movie is so different.
Really?
Did sort of have to be two movies.
Oh.
But I don't think this one needed to be 2 hours. You could have I think I said last night, you could shave like 40 minutes off this thing.
I don't think either of these. I think these could have been two regular length movies.
Yeah.
And I say that meaning the classic 90 minute.
I need my hat. I have a hat that I wear around sometimes that says make movies shorter.
I want shorter movies made by
a short movie.
People who are paid more to do less.
It also just
kidding.
depends on the material. Some need to be long.
Well, because then you go to the Dune movies and they made two very long movies out of it, and they both really work. Because there's a lot of shit in there. There's a
lot of shit in Dune.
And it's
But
good.
I could have done with maybe 15 to 20 minutes more of imprinting footage, jumping to the future.
We gotta keep on track here. Because let's start with.
I was on my way home this morning from an appointment, and I started thinking about the baby again. I almost crashed my car.
Yeah. Oh, the CGI baby face is gonna be like a half hour.
Elliott, I'm asking you as a friend. Don't think about Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 1 while you're driving. I want you to live. All right. Anyway,
because we start. So the theatrical cut starts with Jacob gets the wedding invitation. Yes. He's so mad. He tears his shirt off, turns into a wolf, runs out of the woods. Then we kind of get this mini montage.
As we all do.
Oh yeah, the amount of times I've been there. An ex is getting married. I need to wolf out. But then we get sort of a mini montage of other people getting the invitation. We see our favorite character, I think, in the franchise, which is Billy Burke's Charlie, her Bella's
Charlie
father.
Swan, the real MVP.
I mean, he's got some life. He's also one of the only funny characters. I mean, as funny as these, he's the only guy with a sense of humor in the whole franchise.
Well, I mean, whenever they give Anna Kendrick's character, I can't remember any screen time.
You want to
tries to be quippy,
and I feel like, based on what I've heard, and I've talked about this before, based on seeing interviews with her about these, that was sort of the direction to her. It's like, Anna, you're funny. Add some stuff. Do some bits.
Yeah,
they just were counting
on. As an actor, I would love that.
They were just counting on.
Best note.
There's nothing on the page. You're just naturally funny. Why don't you make it funnier? And he's a little like, no, my daughter's getting married, which I think he's actually not concerned enough about. Once again, his just graduated from high school daughter getting married.
I'm amazed by that. I mean. Sorry, I was about to say that it only, in that world would that just be something glossed over. Maybe there's a character too. They're like, she's only 18, but generally speaking, everyone just seems like resigned to it. Like she's gonna do it. All right.
I think that's part. That's sort of part of the conservative.
Yeah.
Oh sure.
Morbid values.
Because of course you would.
It'd be weird not to.
High school. You meet the love of your life, who you're destined to be with when you're 17, and then a year and a half later, you get married. Yeah.
You meet someone who's 109 years old, who has a thing for younger women, clearly, and then that's your soulmate.
Well, and because that's why I'm surprised he's actually even kind of maudlin about it. Charlie is like, nah. But then we cut to the mom in Florida, and she's just psyched.
Out of her gourd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even Charlie, though, still fits into that conservative
the weird father-daughter.
He's still the shotgun-wielding, dad, overprotective dad.
All the country songs about, like, you're taking my daughter from me, my precious angel.
I mean, I know that that's supposed to be a comedy beat at the wedding where they're doing all the people giving testimonials, and they keep cutting back to him where he's like going, I'm totally fine with this. Just take care of her, Edward. And then they come back to him and he's like, because I have a gun.
Yeah.
And I know how to use it.
And it's one of those things where it's like everyone's laughing, and then you want him to be like, I'm not joking.
I'm not joking. I have stakes.
I will kill you.
Yeah.
I will kill you.
I throughout this whole movie, I felt so bad for Charlie because he is just worried about his daughter and everyone is lying to him.
I know. Yes. Again, as someone who never read the books or saw these films until now, I'm like, when does he find out? He has to eventually, right? The whole stuff with her going like, okay, I'm totally fine going to a clinic in Sweden or whatever it is, and you're like, what?
And I'm just like, this poor man just is like,
I feel bad.
I just want to know what's happening with my daughter.
Yeah.
I jumped ahead during the wedding scene, I kept saying, imagine what any of this stuff that they're saying reads like to people who do not know that he is a vampire.
Right.
Because they're saying some weird shit.
Really weird
Edward's
shit.
up giving his toast like, it feels like I've waited a really long, like for decades,
really
100 years.
You're 18.
And it's like
18.
Yeah.
Yes. And
everyone thinks you're 18.
One of the vampire bros, one of the Cullen bros is like, hey, hope you got enough sleep over the last 18 years because you ain't getting no more sleep ever. So I'm like,
Rosalie, get him. Like, what are you doing?
Pull him away from the mic. But we're not there yet.
I frequent a subreddit.
Okay. There's a safe space, Olivia. You can tell us.
Yeah. No, I was just gonna say if we're jumping ahead. Mm-hmm. No, I frequent a subreddit called Wedding Shaming, and I am so desperate up this wedding as if it was a real.
Yeah. Well, because I do like the way that
because it would do numbers. It would do numbers, you guys.
Yeah. Everyone has such weird energy at this thing. And I do like we'll get to it. Okay, because we go from that to, once again, I think another character we kind of like in this franchise, which is Ashley Greene as Alice, simply because, once again, she also kind of like Billy Burke has a character, a kind of lighter take on the material than everyone else who's so heavy. But the bit here is that and we saw a little bit in the last movie, she is just psyched to be planning this wedding. This wedding is all about, she has made this all about her.
Yeah, well, yes, and she loves Bella as a new sister.
No, she's almost love bombing her with this wedding plan.
Yeah, the problem is that she's sitting there going like, you are a stereotypical Tom girl boy, and I'm going to make sure that you like some dresses and shoes.
Yeah, we're doing a bit about...
we get Bella going, I don't want to. Can't I just be barefoot? Yeah, exactly. It's like, can't I just wear some dungarees? Or whatever? It's like, okay, whatever, Bella. It's so cliche.
Like, Alice, you are so bad at wedding planning. You need, like, there can be a compromise. She can wear kitten heels or something.
I did think that. Yeah, there's a long way.
But because it's a cult. Because it's a cult.
Yeah. No, there's a huge gap between high heels and barefoot. Like, there's a lot of space.
You're one of us now, Bella. Yeah. You're a Cullen now, Bella.
We wear heels. It's what we do. And then you've got the other just unimportant members of the Cullen family. Big, strong guys carrying a tree branch going, hey, where do you want it? Hey, I'm in these movies too, I guess.
I love them showing off their
favorite linebacker.
Yeah. Emmett's just like, I'm a strong guy. I'm a strong vampire.
The women stand out more, obviously.
Yeah.
Rosalie has like an actual character.
I know them because, but once again, because everyone is given. Emmett is big, muscly, kind of empty-headed guy.
Oh,
Jasper's the unhinged one. Where it's like if there's ever blood around, they got to get him out of there.
Who I think says one line in the whole movie.
Oh yeah,
he had the easiest gig in this one.
yeah. That was like the mother
Renee.
Yeah, she in the Esme. Elizabeth Reeser in
Esme.
Sorry, Esme in the last movie was just around a lot but didn't say anything. In the third movie, we just kept going. She has no lines
in the back.
Yeah, she has no lines. In this, I was like, oh look, she's talking.
She had a couple.
Yeah,
had a couple lines.
She's got a couple. So anyway, and then
in
in
this same wedding setup.
Yeah.
We do get one of my favorite lines in the movie from Alice, which is her saying, "Does no one else here have vision? Because get it, she's a psychic. She can see the future."
Right.
Oh,
God, I mean,
do you get it?
And I just always commit. Ashley Green's trying, man. She's trying to bring anything to this. She's trying to do anything. I
like the way this movie does, of course, assume. And you would only be going to see this if you had seen the others or read the books.
No one's wandering into this going, I'll see what this is about.
Seeing this out of context would be... I would love to be in the brain of the person who is seeing this for the first time out of context.
Having people explain things too much, of course, is bad. But I forgot that Edward read minds, and they slip it in one scene, and I went, "Oh right, you read minds."
Yeah, they have powers.
It's like they all have their own unique power.
It's weird that you have a main character who reads minds, but even having watched these, he doesn't do it that much.
No, he really doesn't.
It's really bizarre how little they lean on that.
Yeah.
Because he spends most of his time with Bella, the only person whose mind he cannot read.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, let's talk about one of my favorite just random scenes.
I'm ready.
Edward comes to Bella in this scene, and he's just like, hey, we're getting married tomorrow. I got to tell you something. I wasn't always such a good guy. And I'm just like, this really feels like when you talk about like things fans of the book are expecting, this feels like the screenwriter's going, we gotta put in this Edward backstory somewhere. Can we just jam it in here at the start? Because he's just like, out of nowhere, we've been together a while, we're getting married, you need to know. And then he proceeds to describe basically a different movie where he's like, I was a vampire vigilante.
Yep.
A better movie. Interesting movie.
Yeah, a movie I kind of want to watch.
This is one little bit, I mean, not that it was masterfully done, but this is one of those little things where they did manage to surprise me a little bit, because the whole thing is like, I had a wild weekend where I just wanted to hunt. And, wild weekend meaning like several years. Yeah. And it's the 1930s, and he's in the movie theater, and he's watching Bride of Frankenstein.
Okay, this was the...
interesting choice. Is it because of the wedding? Because this isn't a vampire
I'll tell
movie.
You what, here's the thing, and I really think Bill Condon, who directed this movie, Elliott, as you mentioned, also directed Gods and Monsters.
Gods and Monsters.
Yeah.
And so I think that was just a little nod to he made the movie.
I'm sure it was a little nod, but also it has a bride.
It does have a bride in it. But I also am just going like, but it also made me sad going, oh, this guy made Gods and Monsters. You're way better than this movie, Bill Condon.
But so he sees a lady get up and leave, and he starts stalking her, and you're like, oh my God, this is terrible.
Is he about to tell her he murdered? Yeah.
But he actually goes after a guy who actually is stalking her, because then he says, I only killed murderers. You're like,
the unsavory men, as the credits call them.
Yes.
I was looking at the IMDb afterwards, and I'm like, who the fuck are these unsavory men? Who were they in this movie?
I was trying to look up the name of the Native American actress who plays the one that Jacob should end up with.
Julia Jones?
Leah.
She's wonderful.
Yes. a possible relative of mine. But anyway, so but yeah, I went to the IMDb to look up because Jones. We're all related.
Yeah, there's so few Jones out there.
So few.
Orlando Jones.
And we're probably related.
Oh yeah, they're second cousins.
January Jones.
Yeah,
probably cousin. So the thing is, on IMDb, they list all your main characters, obviously, and then right at the bottom, as you saw, it goes unsavory men, and I have no idea who they were, and I had to click the all cast and crew, and she, who's a major character with dialogue, is like way down there, but unsavory men were up at the top. What the hell was that?
Hilariously, in the actual movie credits, it's in order of appearance, so it's Robert Pattinson, and then just random unsavory men.
Yeah.
And you're like, what? He's the star of this movie.
That's the reason why it is the way on IMDb. I'm looking at IMDb.
I do think Unsavory Men would be an awesome band name.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna get some guys.
But he tells her the story and he's like, so there you go. My dark past. You still want to marry me? I'm like, I don't know, man. Your dark past makes you sound pretty rad. Like, I actually still wish you were killing...
Actually, the coolest thing about you.
Yeah, it's like, wait a minute. In fact, like we're all saying, I want to watch that movie, actually, where he's
a couple
Vampire
times,
Batman.
This was the first time, but a couple times in this, I had the instinct to be like, okay, why in this whole time did no one ever mention this? But I had to stop myself, forgetting that the timeline of this fucking relationship is less than 2 years.
Yeah.
And so it's like, oh no, actually he didn't really have time to tell her about this.
They don't know each other really.
They met a year and a half ago, and he spent like a quarter of that time in Rome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
That's another fair point. They haven't even been together that entire time.
Yeah.
They were broken up for a long time.
We were on a break.
Well, because we talked about, she took up. I mean, I very quickly lose my team Jacob. Olivia, you were on that one, but in the second movie, like, she does lead him on legitimately. I get he does turn into a full-on stalker. I now hate both. By the time we're at this movie, I hate both of the romantic leads.
Hey, Bella, you should just probably leave.
Your choices.
I stand by my new attitude is I'm team stop dating monsters, but I'm
team have a real life, okay?
Well, then you get
old gal.
So after he tells her this dark story, he's like, "Cool, glad you still want to marry me. I'm gonna go do a weird bachar party with my vampire friends."
Oh Jesus, man!
No,
vampire bros are as bad as any bros.
His brother. Well, his brothers.
Because again. This is a cult. Their only friends are their sisters and brothers.
Yeah. So this is where this is the second pile of bodies, Brendan, because then she has her wedding.
She has her nightmare.
And the thing is that the person officiating the ceremony is Michael Sheen, who in the version of the movie I watched, this is his only appearance in the movie.
Yeah, I think he's also in like a couple of archival clips.
Yeah, they do at the end of this movie eats up a lot of time with clips from past Twilight. Why?
Because we're trying to get to 2 hours, I guess.
Yeah, gotta keep this thing chugging along, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she has this thing where it's the wedding, he's there, and then everyone at the ceremony, all of her friends and family are piled up as corpses.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay. But once again, this is always my thing about this movie, this whole franchise is, we're supposed to want her to be a vampire? Because the movie keeps telling us, like, this could be designed. Yeah, it's so weird.
And later we will get into how much more muddled the stances of get.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, it is so odd having the characters that are opposed to it be the ones who are opposed to it, and like the visuals of like Bella's nightmare and how absolutely unfazed she is by all of these things.
The flip side of this is weirdly a very realistic reaction to marrying someone at 18 is to be terrified of it.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
of course.
And yes, of course, there's also the vampire thing, but if you break it down to what it actually is, she is terrified to be marrying.
Because maybe it's a mistake.
The overall symbolism of it, which of course is right there on the nose, but the whole thing is basically like, my old life and my old self has to die so that I can belong to this man for the rest of time.
Yeah.
And so, it's sort of like, and she's fearing her own death.
And that would be valid
if literal death or not.
Here's the thing. All of that would be valid if it ended with her not marrying him. If that was the actual message.
If she actually died, and they only had a little bit of time together. But no, she's going to be with him forever and ever.
Forever and ever and ever.
Right.
It's also wild that
because
that
at the end of the day,
and they're never going to get tired of each other.
No, never.
They're never going to get tired.
Nothing bad will come of this.
But it's also so wild because everybody is acting at the wedding like they are never going to all the people who are not vampires are acting like they're never going to see Bella again, and it's like, okay, but you guys don't know that, so why are you acting like this? Like,
I know
it's because that's what happens in marriage is you never see your family again. You belong to your husband's family.
Right, you've got to keep inserting that vampire means Mormon, right? Like that's the thing about you really do have to it's
widely known they drink blood. And they sparkle in...
They don't let you into their church. So
for legal purposes, this is a joke.
Yeah.
Note.
The sparkling is inconsistent.
They
go to
horrifically inconsistent.
And I'm like, why isn't he... Where's the skin of a killer? Where is it?
Where is it, Bella?
The skin of a killer.
Yeah. I'm looking at you, Bella.
He's wearing a lot of sunscreen. It's fine.
Yeah.
Because that's not the Pacific Northwest. I like how this movie just goes, and of course, most of the series is like going, we only go to dark places or overcast places. Their wedding is in the middle of the day, or I guess it's early afternoon, but by the reception, it's finally dark. But I'm like, maybe there's some trees
I
around.
love the whole thing where they're just like, hold on, we'll get there. Sorry, I got. This is why I take the notes.
Keep going.
This is why I take the
notes.
notes.
On the dream.
We do the dream.
We are trying so hard.
Then we cut to the actual day of the wedding, and something I wrote down because I'm glad Charlie, being a detective, is like, hey, is that a mural full of graduation caps?
Yeah.
And Bella's mom is just like, that's clever.
How creative.
Yeah.
How creative.
And he's just like, I need an explanation for this. This is fucking weird.
Forget Midnight Sun from Edward's perspective. I want the book written from Charlie's perspective, which is him trying to figure out what the hell is going on.
By the way, did you guys, I think this happened in between episodes. Did you see? Netflix has greenlit Midnight Sun as a limited series.
Is it going to be
I think it's going to be animated, but still, like, the idea about, like, they're also following the Harry Potter trajectory of, like, popular thing that was already movies. Can we turn this into a streaming series?
Yeah.
So we're going to get the same thing, but from Edward's perspective now.
Hey, they're actually getting a point on the Harry Potter series because this is actually this is a thing that has not been a movie yet.
Yeah. Fair point. Instead of just that Harry Potter thing seems like the downfall of Warner Brothers, but we'll see.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just like that beat though, where he's just like, "That's fucking weird."
Fingers crossed.
That's fucking weird. And just
fucking weird.
I mean, Charlie's the only person who has any kind of like, hey, is this kind of strange to anybody? And they're like, oh, shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just worried about losing your dog.
Okay, all of a sudden into this movie comes a trio of hot blonde vampires that they act like we're supposed to know.
Because if you've read the books,
No, they aren't in Eclipse.
They aren't, because one of them was dating Laurent. But
Yeah.
They are in the books, but not the movie. Yeah, the previous movie.
These characters.
I think one of them was.
Maybe one of them was, but not the
not the trio.
Yeah, and Maggie Grace is new to this because I would have clocked her before.
Right. And the whole like staring down the werewolf kid and going like, it's one of them.
Yeah.
So like, hey, why'd you invite her?
Yeah, it's like that seems like a big mistake.
Immediately you get this like There's just
Alice
fucking
is
werewolves
bad at wedding planning.
Alice is bad at wedding
planning. The moral of this movie.
Alice kind of, it's not that Alice is good at wedding planning. It's just because she took the initiative, everybody let her do it. But she doesn't know what she's doing.
No.
So they get married.
She's throwing werewolves
it's
vampires.
I think it's supposed to be romantic, this wedding. I guess.
It is. It's supposed to be the height of romance.
It's so boring.
He looks so scared and sad walking down the aisle.
Yeah, they're
like
not.
She's gonna
so
yart.
uncomfortable.
No one's happy at this. Like, and the thing I was gonna say is about. I love that her cadre of human friends, including Anna Kendrick, are just like in a pocket over there, and they're always presented all as a group, and they're just like, we don't matter.
Which, that tracks. Like, if people, I won't name names, but they don't listen to this show. But like, the two, like, right, who dated all through high school, if they got married their senior year of high school, and we had been invited to that wedding in high school, that is 100%.
You would have been sectioned off.
We would have just sort of been.
We would have been.
Yeah.
We don't matter.
Well, they do. Because they are all being like, good for her, I guess.
Well, they seem to be somewhat real worldish about it, where they're like going, wow, okay, 18, all right, good luck to them.
To Anna Kendrick's credit, it's a terrible note for a director to be like, hey, you're funny, just be funny.
Just be funny. You know how you are.
To her credit, she is very funny.
Well, it is a thing where in the background
of
this,
I never thought that she'd end up with the hair. That's what I used to call him. The hair.
The thing about Anna Kendrick's presence in these movies is so funny because she was a complete unknown in the first one, and in the background as these movies went along, she became a bigger star than most of the cast. And it's very funny that she's still like, then they put her in a scene, so it starts to become distracting. You're like, hey, is that a leading actor in like a couple? That's weird that there's a movie star who's just the random friend in this movie. And she's more charming than most of the leads.
By Pitch Perfect also came out this year.
Oh, so she's about to hit like mega stardom, right? Like that was huge. Yeah.
I just did particularly love the line where Angela's like, she's not pregnant, and Annie's like, okay.
Well, because that's
it's like no one gets married at this age unless they're pregnant.
Which it both sets up. She will. Just stay tuned for 10 minutes.
Hey, did someone snort?
Yeah, it was me.
That was Elliott.
Clearly, we have a non-snorting policy on this podcast.
You know what I like is that
you can leave then.
Yeah. Ooh, shit. Well, Elliott's been trying to. We've talked about this. Elliott's been trying to push Brendan out of this show for years.
It's true.
This is always on its way to being Campbell and Lewis Meet the Monsters.
You'll be able to snort all you like because my heart will explode probably in about 2 weeks. Don't worry about it.
You will die before me.
Yeah. And when this becomes Campbell and Lewis Meet the Monsters.
Maybe not if you keep thinking about this movie while you're driving. We're here to say goodbye to Elliott, who was thinking about Breaking Dawn Part 1.
Then we do get what I write is just awkward wedding speech montage.
It's so delicious.
And I'm watching it going, but the thing I love about because these movies are so tonally strange, I am going, is this supposed to be funny? Parts of it definitely.
Supposed to be funny?
Like the Billy Burke stuff is supposed to. The father is supposed to be funny.
Supposed to be funny.
But then other parts of it
supposed to be funny.
Yeah.
Is also like right between Anna Kendrick's but he ended up with Bella even though she's not the captain of the volleyball team.
Yeah.
Or class president, and then cut to her mom like, and you'll wake up.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus. And I like that actress. I felt so bad.
Sarah
for
Clark.
having to do that.
I love Sarah Clark. She never has anything to do in these movies. I did want them to. They cut to Charlie being like misty-eyed about that. I would have directed Charlie to be like, oh God. Oh no, don't. Not the place.
I remember why we
be the divorce.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be the kind of bitter divorced dad. That'd be funny.
Oh, by the way,
she brought his her significant other
who
to
she's
the
referenced,
well.
and he is such a non-presence.
Yeah,
her new husband.
When they
or
first
whatever.
do the thing when
his
she gets
name is
His name is Phil. He's a minor league baseball star.
A minor league baseball star.
Yeah, we knew that because they talk about that in the first movie, that she's been moving around a lot as he gets traded to teams, right? Or whatever.
Yes, because that is his only character trait, is that his name is Phil and he plays minor league baseball.
How about later when out of nowhere, Charlie has a girlfriend now?
Yeah.
There's that woman who's just in his house, and I was
she's in his house.
Who are you? Who is this?
Wait. I missed that entirely.
It's later in the movie when he's worried about Bella. There's a woman with him who's like, "Don't worry," and like puts her arm. And I was like, "Who are you?"
That did not register.
Yeah, she's just because
it was nothing.
It came out of nowhere.
They had that weirdness with what's this? Is it Sam the Jacob's uncle or whatever?
Oh no,
guy in the wheelchair.
Billy is the Billy. Yeah,
Billy. Thank you. Sorry.
Another great actor, giving nothing to do. Gil Birmingham, absolutely. Really good actor.
Yeah, he is great.
And he just,
there's that thing with his. Is it his wife or significant other that's kind of like chatting to Charlie, and Billy seems to be like, "Let me break this up here with my wheelchair." There was something awkward.
Oh shit! That didn't register to me.
This is at the wedding, and
there's so much going on at this wedding. She's trying to be really
nice and empathetic and a little not flirty, and you got Charlie going like, "Oh yeah, okay," and you've got Billy down there like going, "What's up with these two?" And then like, "Don't mind me, I'm just barreling through." Am I the only person who saw this?
That did not register to me.
But literally,
I think that might be the extended version.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me open up my extended version again.
Yes.
That girlfriend is Sue Clearwater. That's Seth and Leah's mom.
Yeah.
Oh.
Apparently. I had to look it up.
Okay.
Shit.
So maybe that is the character that I'm thinking of. And
it probably is,
a lead in.
Wait, I gotta look because I have the thing here from IMDb that talks about what's included in the extended cut. So that may be the fact that it was confusing to me, but it actually was set up in the longer version. Where's my alternate versions thing? Anyway, we can keep talking.
Yeah, because
the show should never stop for me to like poke her. Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Yeah, because Harry Clearwater, her husband, dies.
Right.
Before this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nope. He's doing his research.
Sorry. No, that's in both versions. I just missed it.
Okay, that's okay.
Because there's nothing different until they get to the island. Then there's more stuff.
Oh boy, I got to see
all
the
island. More stuff on the island.
More of that than
I love too, where they're just like they're gonna go honeymoon on that island we own in Rio. I'm like, what?
Yep.
Why did vampires own an island in Rio?
To tell anyone about this.
I know, but the island that they own in Rio, that the vampire Cullens own, and yet the people of the island fear them as demons. I'm like, wouldn't you want to have some sympathetic human friends hanging out instead of a woman going, "I know that you are demonical."
Yeah, Diablo.
Diablo. It's crazy.
It's so weird. The housekeepers are one of the weirdest parts of this movie, and a movie that has so many weird parts.
I know. All right, we're not there yet.
Of course,
they have a mystery honeymoon coming.
Mid-reception, I was waiting for it. Knew it was coming. Yep. Jacob's got to be just moping around the shadows.
Yeah.
Yep.
And yet, did Edward invite him? Because this whole thing about I wanted to give you.
Well, he got the invitation at the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah, and then he goes, "There he is. It's Jacob. I knew you wanted to talk to him, and in a couple minutes I'll come over here to calm him down."
Well, the thing that was crazy to me watching this whole because number one, every single scene involving Edward, Bella, and Jacob is the same scene in every single movie, and it is this every single time. But the thing that was watching this, I'm going, we just watched her get married. It's over. The love triangle's over. Stop trying to make it still happen, movie.
Except, think about her face walking down the aisle.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Versus the way she lights up and runs to him.
Yeah. Yeah.
When.
Even as a married woman, she's sending out mixed signals.
Absolutely.
She's like, now I'm complete.
They do this slow dance away from everything, and they're really close. And also, Jesus, Edward, why would you be like, I'll leave you two alone?
What are you doing?
Yeah.
This is the part
that 100% reading Jacob's mind the whole time.
Yeah. Which I think is always just like, I want to do your wife. Right? Like,
love never dies.
You don't have to read this dude's mind. It's on Front Street with this guy.
Yeah.
This was the main part that I was like, okay, imagine you're a regular guest at this wedding.
Yeah.
The bride walks away with her husband into the woods, and you're like, oh, they're having a little moment alone. Nope, she's slow dancing with her best friend.
Yeah.
In the dark.
Yeah.
And she's
Who
nuzzling
was not
his neck
at the wedding.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know.
There's nothing weird about any of that.
I mean, I wish we stayed with Anna Kendrick and the human people.
Yeah.
Because that's who I would relate to, just being like, this wedding's fucking weird.
This wedding is so weird.
Hey, is that her ex-boyfriend? That's kind of weird. Why are they over in the corner? Like,
also, this is like a minor thing, but Elliott and I were both incredibly disappointed that her dream dress is like very cute and stylish, and her actual wedding dress is like the ugliest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's not very good, and there was also that weird shot, Mr. Condon, where from behind, where we see that up front it's all this, and in the back it's got some very fancy sort of laces, and the camera just keeps moving down. It doesn't do a full ass shot, but it stops just close, and I was like, well, okay, weird, because that's center frame. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I was objecting. I'm just saying this is a weird choice.
Yeah.
She's a very beautiful young woman.
I mean, I'm not going to put that entirely on Condon, who is a gay man.
Okay.
I'm just saying that might have been a studio note.
Make sure you get some of that booty.
I will say the back of the dress is
the only good
prettier.
Part of...
So like
yeah,
maybe
that was more what it was about. Yeah,
show more of the only good part of the dress.
I also
the way
is
so ugly.
I also just the way the lacing is, it kind of looks like, or the way the lace is kind of looks like wings on her back, and I was like, this seems like something they'd shove in there for like, it's symbolic and blah 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 blah.
But like this whole movie and all of these, symbolic of what? Like,
of what? What are you saying?
If she's an angel, what does that have to do with anything? Like, I don't. Yeah.
This isn't true blood.
Let's get to the weirdest. Once again, the weirdest part of this scene, which is him basically saying he's gonna kill you during sex.
Yes.
Like, why are you talking about this?
Like, they don't ever overtly say it, but I'm watching it going, he's talking about her.
Well, I think they have. Sex. I think they did drop these seeds in earlier movies.
They have. Yeah, but this is the most overt.
And a human can't have.
But now now it's getting overt, right? It's always just been like, that won't work. Now it's like, no, he will physically kill you.
And he basically is saying, I came here to say goodbye to you because I know, you're going to die.
Yeah.
Tonight.
You're fucking
because
dead.
It's your honeymoon. And she goes, we're not, we're not going to have sex tonight. And
no one ever has sex on their wedding night.
The thing is, I'm not going to turn into a vampire tonight.
Yes.
I'm going to have a traditional honey. Like, I'm going to have a honeymoon. And that's what Jacob's like, you're going to have sex with a vampire, you stupid?
Yeah,
but I also you'd be a lot safer with me, a werewolf. I won't cause any trouble.
No.
Here is the weird thing. I mean, I know she says like, I don't want to be like feel sick on my honeymoon because that's what turning into a vampire does.
Yeah.
Yes.
But why don't they just turn her and then go on a honeymoon a couple weeks later when she's beautiful and perfect and feels better?
Yeah.
I would resolve this whole situation.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, but they're going to drive away romantically. They get in.
Oh,
go to Rio,
then before they go to Rio, though, I have to. The biggest laugh. I laughed out loud.
I'm ready.
Them driving out of town in the limo and the sad werewolf howl from the woods. I couldn't stop laughing.
I actually did do that when a girl I was really into got married. I went to her wedding, and then after the wedding, I just stood on the side of the road going, "Oh."
Yeah. Yeah.
Olivia, we have to do that next year at Lainey's
wedding.
There you go.
Yeah. Please do.
Oh.
Sad wolf howls, the best.
Just in the woods somewhere.
Yeah. And it did work. She came back to
Yeah. And that's who Brendan's married to now. No. It worked.
I didn't know I wanted you till I heard your sad howl.
I'm sorry. I heard that howl and I can't be with you anymore. No, I was just like, because this is the thing where I'm talking about, like, even if your audience is middle school girls, that's stupid. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing where it's like, give them a little more credit than the sad werewolf howl in the distance. So anyway, cut to, I know we're in Rio because that Jesus statue.
Yeah.
Of course. Rio by the Sea.
Yeah. This is, but this is not Fast Five. I'm not excited to be in Rio.
No.
This is Brazil.
I have to say this.
Yeah.
It is Edward's character, but this is the romantic honeymoon. They've traveled already like a long way,
and he's still bummed.
He's still bummed, man. He's in the middle of all that life. People are dancing. People are making out every 5 feet. People are literally having oral sex over to the right.
A lot of people are making out on the street.
Yeah. And yet
that's just how Rio is, baby.
Oh, I've never traveled. This is great. And he's just like going, let me show you something else. Is this where we're staying? He's like, no, we got.
Honestly,
go.
I've said this. I think I've said this on every one of these, but this one more than any of them. He's livelier as Batman. Batman's less of a bummer than this guy.
Yeah,
in Pattinson's performance.
And his parents were shot right in front.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like the most bummed out guy. Yeah, jeez.
Well, he's
Edward. Yeah, he's a sad vampire, and also he lived through the Spanish flu
apparently everybody, especially the teenage girls, love a sad vampire.
And he's been lonely for so long.
But the thing
for 100 years.
But that's the thing about when they give him his dark backstory, and you're like, yeah, but he still had like a moral code because,
well, she couldn't make him a full-on bad guy.
But that's the thing about where, maybe it's not fair, but the teen vampire thing I like better, of course, is Buffy the Vampire Slayer. But the thing that worked with Angel is he actually was a horrible, awful person.
He was literally a bad guy.
He was he spent most of his life being a horrific monster.
Angelus?
That was when he was Angelus, before the witches put a curse on him that made him have a soul.
And all of Buffy's romantic partners were bad.
Yeah.
She also had bad taste in men because she was a teenager and stupid.
I don't like Spike.
But at least, in her defense, at least she also was a supernatural being as the Slayer. Yes, so she was already in that world.
Yeah.
So
had the ability to kill any of them.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing. Is she had powers.
Sometimes with a bazooka.
Yeah, that was awesome. I mean, just once again, across the board note, don't watch these and watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer instead.
I was just about to say, let's talk about Buffy the Vampire Slayer for the rest of this.
Because it's the fucking best. It's just the best. Don't look up anything about its creator and you're fine.
Justice for Charisma Carpenter.
Yeah, who's a delight. All right. So, man, I gotta say, I felt, even though this is, and I think that it's because of the Christian Mormon shit in this movie, watching Bella get ready to have sex made me so uncomfortable. Much more so than movies that have graphic sexuality. I would much rather watch a super realistic sex scene than this.
But the main thing I laughed out loud. I was like, why is she brushing her teeth? She's about to bed down with a corpse. I'm sorry.
Girl.
Don't bother brushing your teeth. He drinks blood.
And her,
stinks.
And once again, they make it's that fucking disturbing conservative Christian thing where she's got to have a breakdown about, I'm about to do this. And I'm just like, God, you are making sex seem like a nightmare.
Very scary.
There the whole time, girl, you don't have to do this.
Yeah, well,
and
but
also, we're getting to it, but even Edward is I don't feel comfortable doing this, and she's like, no, we have to have sex.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, you guys, just
chill, just hang out.
Hey, maybe talk to each other.
Yeah.
Because clearly there's some stuff that you haven't told each other.
Well, I will say,
because you're both weird virgins, but one of you is 100-year-old virgin,
that makes
and the other one's a high schooler. This is
you're
so
both
fucked
weird
up.
virgins.
And then I guess it's supposed to be sexy, but once again, just weird when they're just both standing naked in the ocean looking at the moon. Yeah. And I'm going,
I've never seen two.
That was so beautiful.
I've never seen two more uncomfortable people.
Oh, sure.
Who are two legitimately very hot people. And yet
Who
I'm watching
in a relationship.
I know.
That's
the thing that's
hilarious. He never
turns
around, and then it's like they're just standing there naked, and he kind of just says hey, moon,
what's up?
He's seen her naked. He has watched her at her bedroom window for
that's true.
For months and months. And
no, there's nothing new. He's seeing nothing new here.
No, seeing nothing new.
I did say, like, no parent could be uncomfortable taking their kid to see this movie because the sex scenes are deeply unsexy.
Yeah.
But, flip side, they're so fucking weird that you wrap around to uncomfortable.
Like I said, I mean, having seen some of her, like, I've seen Kristen Stewart in way more graphic sex scenes that have not made me as uncomfortable as the weirdness of this. 100%.
I think they really are trying to make this, like, a universal... coming of age thing where it's like your first time, your nerves.
And we've seen movies pull that off.
109-year-old vampire guy.
That's the weirdest thing.
This woman.
They've
only made out.
She's going through.
Okay.
She's going through normal coming of age stuff. He's a total weirdo.
He's a total fucking.
And they're already married. That's the thing about when you were saying.
If it had been a montage where they intercut both of them doing it, like he's the one brushing his teeth because his breath probably stinks, and then him shaving his legs would have been great.
That would have been funny. That would have been.
How long is this take
also,
to her?
she is like angry, and I was thinking, oh, don't do that. She's like,
and I think it's supposed to be like, of course, it's touching that he's like, hey man, we don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna leave you alone for a bit. You know, you get comfy. I'm gonna go out and stand and look at the moon. Oh, you're so sensitive. But again, it's all creepy. He's been alive for creepy. And he's like, dude, I could wait another 15 months. Don't worry about it.
One of the few things I did know because oft mocked is him breaking the bed while they're doing it.
Yeah. I of course heard about it.
Yeah, everybody heard about that.
And it makes it worse. It makes it like dumber too, because in the morning, Olivia, you pointed this out when he's like, "I hurt you," and it's just like kind of normal, like just normal.
Like you
sex.
could have a perfectly normal sexual encounter and have bruising, like a little bit of bruise. Like
the bruises on her aren't particularly like horrifying.
Yeah,
she needed to be like scratched or cut in some way to make it a little bit more. Instead, it just looks like
you guys are a little too casual about, being beaten. I'm sorry, guys.
Hey, no kink shaming.
But just if you grab somebody's arm, it's just like finger, the bruises are all about the size of a thumb or something.
Perfect skin of a Kristen Stewart. You just don't do it.
She doesn't even have a hicky.
Yeah.
No.
It's true. She doesn't have a hickey. That's surprising from a vampire. It's all the shoulders.
Well, it's because he doesn't want to kill her. Because if he gives her a hickey, he'll just straight up murder her in the roads.
If my mouth touches that neck, I'm going all the way. I just know it. I can't stop.
Dunsky.
This is pretty
grim. They are going all the way. Double meaning.
Nap. I would have loved if, like, the next morning, in addition to the bruises, it was her walking very oddly and very sore. That would have been great, where she's like, oh no, breakfast. Yeah.
Because that's the implication in the book. Because when Breaking Dawn came out, the book came out, I was fully done with Twilight. Yeah. But I did read Breaking Dawn because I was a completionist. But I didn't I borrowed it. Like, I think I even remember who I borrowed it from to read it. Oh,
that's good. You should return it.
No, I mean, like, Brent and I was like fully 14. So
this was not last week.
Should not be younger.
Yeah. But no, like, reading the book, the implication is that she is like fucked up after having sex.
Like livid bruising, like bleeding everywhere. Like,
yeah. I mean, makes sense. Written by a Mormon,
and like
that is romantic. That's the dream.
It was.
That's the dream.
Which, okay, to be fair, I do feel like the movie creators were probably like, hey, we straight up can't do that.
No,
because this is for a teenage audience, and it will be incredibly disturbing.
The book where it's more graphic.
Yeah,
they've already read the book.
That is so interesting with how just so graphically upsetting the pregnancy is.
Of course,
like it's so like you can't show the like that, but like her emaciated.
So
but again, we're talking about America's Puritan weirdness.
The makeup was well done. She looked horrible.
So that is not just makeup. It is also a prosthetic. She wore a prosthetic head to make her head look like more sunken.
Yeah, I know they had done like the ridges, like where the occipital, whatever it is, stuff going on there.
Those ridges are her actual, where her face actually starts. The rest is all like,
built it up. I mean, well, then again, really good job.
Yeah.
It's legitimately unsettling.
Yes,
but
I do think this is probably the scariest movie of these movies.
I agree with that. This movie but in a way where I'm like, why are we getting scary now? Like, it's that thing where it's like, that's weird. It's this because should I be scared of Edward? I don't know.
Well, again, we come into this weird sort of like, what are you trying to say with this? Like. Yeah. Marriage and pregnancy and childbirth is all good, but you're portraying them as like deeply terrifying.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah.
Well, she
immediately gets
makes
pregnant.
So much sense. It's from
and no one can figure out how she immediately got pregnant, and it's a fast developing pregnancy.
Oh.
And she is wasting
because we're to believe they have sex, or at least twice.
Because they have sex the first time, and then Edward is like,
I can't do this.
I can't. Yeah. So he like increasingly is trying to distract her, and she is.
Yeah. There's the montage
when they're playing chess.
Now we're dancing it and we're jumping on waterfalls.
I don't know why. I don't know why it's particularly funny that Kristen Stewart is playing chess in short shorts. It's just so funny to me.
Oh, I didn't find that funny. I found that extremely erotic.
Erotic?
Well, I mean, she looks
erotic part of the entire movie.
No, but I mean that's what I mean. It's like this idea about like they're playing chess, but they look gorgeous and sexy.
As we were watching that scene, Elliott was like, "They don't have any other board games," and I was like, "No, they're far too intellectual to play anything but chess." And then Elliott was like.
Could you imagine if they were playing Settlers of Catan?
That would be hilarious.
Truly a very funny.
Some kind of
Edward
really involved board game.
The longest road.
Yeah. They were playing the mousetrap
especially if he was.
The little things
he should have been playing it like Adam Scott does on Parks and Rec, where he's all cocky about it.
Yeah.
They're playing the Cones of Dunshire.
Yeah, there it is. Because the game is about the cones.
It's all the cones, Bella.
The cones.
But basically, this is just a sequence of them.
Would a depressed man have come up with this?
Oh God! Edward reveals the board game to Bella that he's been making.
You know what? I wouldn't be shocked.
9 years
if
the
vibe this guy's giving off, I would not be shocked if that was the case.
Yeah, sure.
That makes sense.
Weird.
Yeah. I mean,
he plays piano perfectly. He reads constantly. And he's working on this board game.
I mean, and Pattinson just has a weird vibe about him, which I like. Other movies now are just leaning into it and doing interesting stuff with it. If anybody saw that, I don't know if you saw the trailer for that new movie he's doing where he's playing all the clones.
Nope.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
it looks really so fucking weird and awesome, and like the best use of Pattinson being a weird actor. Yeah. So that's the kind of stuff. I'm glad that if you give this guy something to engage with, because. Dude, I mean, I'm almost like, do we need to do a wellness check on Robert Pattinson watching his performance in this movie?
He talked about, like, from the very beginning, basically hating these movies.
Totally.
Yeah. And he was very open about not having a good time.
A guy who's pretty open about having a lot of, like, anxiety and stuff like that, and also particularly hating the attention this put on him.
Yes.
Being objectified.
He was very uncomfortable with of course, there have been disastrous parasocial relationships that people have developed with celebrities, but this movie series like really had like a huge version of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's no, absolutely. There was and it didn't help that they were in a relationship. So the line between entertainment and social,
it got
blurred. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, it is very. I was thinking that too. For two people actually sleeping with each other, there is no heat between them at all.
Yeah.
I did like when she is trying to turn him on, where she's in the nightie and drops down next to him, huh? And then he just leans
fully up in the air.
Yes, but then he just leans over there you go. Now you're nice and toasty.
Covers it. That's her booty.
That was funny. Yeah, or you get them in the waterfall and they're making out, but then he's like, "No, we can't go any further."
It's kind of refreshing in a way. But I've seen this in other movies, better movies about human relationships.
The only thing about
the woman is the one who's like, "I'm crazy horny," and it's a guy going, "Nah."
But once again, if you just obfuscate from the vampire stuff, you've just married a man. And now he doesn't want to touch you.
Yeah,
horrifying. That would destroy you.
Hurting you.
Yeah, but it's just that's just so. I can't even imagine the psychological damage that would do.
Well, luckily she doesn't have to dwell on it long, because then she has to worry about her life.
Before we get to that though,
because from the other side too,
us talking about this scene, by the way, is longer than it took for her to get pregnant and have a child.
It's the fastest pregnancy in film history.
It is deeply fucked up from both sides. It's you marry this man who you're in love with, and you have spent a year and a half pining after, and you want to do him so bad, and he doesn't want to touch you.
Well, because the whole time they were dating,
they
shut this down.
You marry this woman, and you're so afraid of hurting her that you don't want to have sex with her, and she's
just relentlessly. She won't leave you alone.
For you into having sex.
It's almost like they rushed into this without thinking.
Yeah, weird.
Before we get to the pregnancy, though, we've got to cut back briefly to Sad Jacob. Folks, it's time for a visit with Sad Jacob, who's...
I can easily say, John, and I think you guys will back me up. I could be wrong. We could skip all the werewolf stuff. Because really the werewolf stuff just keeps coming back to Jacob...
I want to get into the later werewolf stuff. But that stuff is really weird, and I want to get to
I'm
both.
the alpha. No, I should have been the alpha.
Like you talk about, though, it is the thing, because all the werewolves are hanging on the beach, and he's still just like, oh man, Bella married Edward, and I do that because I do think that not only is he not a great actor, but and I think I've said this before. A big thing that cost this guy movie stardom, terrible speaking voice.
Oh, yeah.
Just not a good voice.
Yeah. No.
I think that really hurt. He's got a good look. He's not a horrible actor, but he's not a good actor.
No,
perfectly passable. Yeah.
But he was kind of big on TikTok for a minute there, and he's a funny guy.
Oh, he actually, as a person,
affable and
he
likable.
Seems like I bet if I spent time with him, I'm sure I would be perfectly charmed by him. He seems like
but he's not a very good actor.
No, he's that affability
and his
does
voice
not.
Is a little bit whiny.
And his stab at action stardom was like, oh, sir.
Oh yeah.
No, you're not gonna. You can't do a Jason Bourne kind of movie.
God bless your little heart.
Well, because it is just no, because that moving into that audience where you're trying to get people like me to go to your movies, we don't want to see you. That's that's not gonna work. So anyway, he's moping on the beach, and yes, as you bring up, I agree, Brendan. Why is he not into Julia Jones, who's gorgeous and into him, and also a werewolf? They
bring up the whole imprinting thing
because he did not imprint on her.
I know that's
and she is not free of her previous imprinting. Right?
Yeah,
that was the deal.
Well, no, she has not. She hasn't imprinted.
Oh, she hasn't.
She wanted to imprint with Sam, right?
She was dating Sam,
right?
But he imprinted on someone else, so they broke up.
Which, by the way,
read a book.
Yeah.
But again,
I'm sorry, I didn't do the research.
But then they can bond over this, the person that I really cared about was destined to be with someone else.
And even
they
if they
should hook up.
Even if they don't last, they can still have a strong bond over this thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let Jacob and Liam make out.
And another
2024.
Another example of a very good actor, Julia Jones, who has nothing, absolutely nothing to do in these movies.
Nope.
They're all good. And actually, I think I've seen most of the Werewolf Pack be better in other stuff. One of those
we were talking. Well, actually, I think Boo Boo Stewart is very good in this movie, just because he's so cute and so.
Well, yes,
sweet.
He's very likable, and I've seen him.
There are a million
in other.
He's
a talented dude.
This series who they're just this whole thing feels.
We've talked about Sam, the main alpha. He's on Echo, which we were fans of, and the other guy. The middle one who has Justin Bieber hair in this, 100%. He's on Dark Winds on AMC, which is a great show.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he's one of the main actors on there. So once again, lots of talent in this, just nothing to do. All right, so
we have to get a very unsubtle monologue from Jacob about imprinting, and a very clear shot of somebody who is clearly imprinted on a child. And him being like, imprinting is stupid. I'll never do it. It's the worst. Could you imagine?
As if I would imprint.
I hope I don't meet a CGI baby later.
I hope I don't meet a CGI baby later. That's all I'm saying.
Actually, I do wake up saying, oh, God, I hope I don't meet a CGI baby later.
Well, after seeing this movie and after...
Well, I've been worried.
Honestly, we will see in the next one. I'm always thinking about.
I've been worried about it since Ally McBeal. Honestly, though, that's really the dancing baby. Yeah. So the housekeepers arrive, and yes, they are in dire fear of their vampire master. There's some weird shit about.
Again,
I
think they come from the mainland.
Yeah, they sort of
live on the island.
We don't venture there without specific reason.
But we do get, now we're kind of getting into Count Dracula territory. This is actually could be kind of interesting and scary and spooky. And then it's no, we're not doing anything with that.
If you really played it as if they're kind of worshipped in some way, in a fear. Yeah. No, because that is always the thing. You've got the townsfolk. We've seen in plenty of Dracula movies on this podcast, the people who assist him and move his coffin around. But instead, it's just a joke where they go in and go, "Oh, the bed's broken. What were you two up to?"
Yeah.
Yeah. I just want out of character Edward going you know how it is, my man.
And Edward has not bothered to explain who might be coming into the place to Bella until this moment. So you can kind of look and go, here's the thing. The natives, they think we're demons, and they probably think that I am hurting you. Oops.
But Bella's in the kitchen. She wants to make some soup or something.
She has been eating weird things for
the weirdest chicken meal.
Peanut butter and yogurt.
Yeah, because
she even before this, she's been eating a lot since they hooked up. On the island, it's all about, I could go for blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
It's I'll make you some more food.
Right. And then
I wonder if she's pregnant.
And then she runs in the bathroom and throws up. Yeah. And then immediately is wait a minute, Edward. One of my favorite lines in this movie, too, is, Edward, when did we get married? 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been 2 weeks.
I'm late.
I also loved he hands her little ditty bag and the perfectly placed Tampax product placement.
They gave them money. They absolutely gave this movie money.
Yeah, they did.
And then she's like, "Oh my God," and
my period's late.
Yeah,
and I like that she has to say it a couple times because Edward's just sort of standing there what are you talking about?
Yeah. But again, we gotta pull the vampires equal Mormon. Why the fuck would he know about the menstrual cycle?
Fuck would he know about that?
What?
Hey, he's got sisters.
Yeah, but they're dead.
Not ones that have
they're vampires.
Oh, that's right. He didn't know.
None of them have.
His mother and sisters are all vampires, so there's no.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
I think this confirms there's no menstruation for vampires. No, which I guess makes sense
because they can't go. Well, that has been I guess implied because Rosalie like wanted to have a family.
Oh, and by the way, we'll talk. We'll talk about later. Rosalie's rooting for Bella to die. Rosalie is absolutely going to snatch that baby.
Yeah.
During the childbirth scene, I did say that to Elliott. I was like, Rosalie's just in the other room, like, please let Bella die. Let her fucking die.
And I do like
my baby.
I do like that Emmett is kind of like, I don't want to raise a fucking baby.
Yeah.
He's so relieved when Bella comes around. He's like, oh, thank God. I did not want to raise that kid. No, sir. So when she is just like, I'm pregnant, and then another big laugh for me is Edward packing their bags with super speed.
I immediately thought of you two because of the Interview with the Vampire episode, and we talked about that first scene where it's the first reveal of Brad Pitt's super speed.
Zip,
it's so well done
because
practical effect looks so spooky and creepy, and then you have this
because it's
just
not
like
goofy,
hilarious,
sped up film.
They did some CG blur.
Benny Hill ass, like
because the cool thing that Neil Jordan
it didn't help that they set it to yakety sax.
The cool
that
thing.
was a weird choice for soundtrack.
The cool thing about that Neil Jordan does in Interview with the Vampire is he keeps the super speed from the human perspective, so it seems like he's almost just appearing places. Whereas here we're watching it, and it looks like an episode of The Flash.
And not a very good one.
Not as good as The Flash though. I didn't know Edward could tap into the Speed Force.
Apparently he can.
Little known fact.
All
vampires can actually.
Little known fact. Bryan Pattinson's the first person to play Batman and the Flash. It's crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah, but super speed packing. And then And this is the time in this movie is so weird because when she said, when did we get married? And he said 2 weeks ago. I'm like, they did? It's been 2 weeks I've been watching this?
I thought this was the next day.
I know, like how long? Because they did talk about like honeymoons don't normally last a month. They said they were going to be down there for a month.
Well, actually, it depends.
Well, I mean, it does.
They're rich.
Full-on big vacation. Yeah, and they're rich.
They're rich, and they don't have to go to college. So.
Yeah, they're 18, and they're
their learning is done.
I guess, anyway, Charlie gets word that they're going to stay down there because Bella's sick. And then when Jacob comes sniffing around, as always, he tells her...
Because he keeps waiting. Because he keeps saying to his wolf buddies, he's like, we're going to hear about a traffic accident or something.
Yeah.
They're going to come up with some story because she's going to be dead.
Yeah, not only is he upset that she got married, but it's just like, he's going to fucking kill her. You know how it is, man. It's going to be... They went on a scuba diving thing.
And then it's like, apparently
it's going to be a Dateline.
Not feeling well, and she's in the hospital, and he's like...
I fucking knew it! I fucking told you!
Yeah, because, like, it's so... And I don't understand the like... reason, the point of it, because so what Jacob is implying is the Cullens are going to say that Bella is dead, and that is going to be the code for she is a vampire now,
right?
But I don't understand like what their what that plan is, because if Bella dies like 2 weeks after she gets married, like, are the Cullens ready to move?
Yeah.
Are they?
Like, they'll have to leave.
Been preparing for this? Because Charlie's a police officer who has made it very clear that he is uncomfortable and not happy about any of this.
He's gonna just straight up kill.
The second he hangs up that phone call, he's calling his Interpol connects.
Yeah.
Like,
I know.
Get my daughter out of fucking Switzerland. What the shit?
The fact that this doesn't turn into
just
some
so
kind
of... I'm totally good. This has been a wonderful honeymoon. I am going to a clinic in Switzerland.
I definitely don't have a gun to my head. It's all good.
The fact that this doesn't turn into
like a queen.
I was gonna say, I really wanted this to just turn into Taken.
And
he's just like, I'm coming for you. I'm going to get her back.
I have a certain set of skills, Edward.
But they tell him,
use them on
they tell her, or she tells her dad, yeah, I got to just stay down. This is before she says she's going to the clinic in Switzerland. She's like, I'm just going to stay here until I get better, and then we're going to come back. But Jacob runs over to the Cullen house, and she's there. So she's in I mean, how big is Forks? That she's just on the other side of town, and they're hiding her from her father, who's like the chief of. Is he the chief of police, or is he just there are no? Chief, I mean, because there are no other cops we ever see, so it seems like he is the only policeman in this town,
and he's also
no wonder he's so burnt out and tired all the time.
Yeah. Well, because like I think so. She's calling him from Collins.
Yeah, because, thank God he doesn't have caller ID or anything.
Right, like he's not gonna go over there and be like, hey, Carlisle, what the fuck?
But Jacob does.
No, Jacob does that.
And oh man, when he goes in the room, and yes, once again, I'm asking about time. I understand it's accelerated, but the fact that she's got a full-on pregnant belly at this point.
Her pregnancy lasts 28 days.
Okay, there you go. All right, I missed that line.
It's not a line. That's just a thing that I know from those books.
All right.
From that. Yeah.
Okay, good. All right.
Apparently, Olivia studied.
Yeah. Olivia did the reading.
Did the reading.
The worst part about that is I haven't read those books in such a long time. That fact just remained with me and will always haunt me.
Yeah.
So she's looking pretty good, very happy pregnant mom.
And Jacob is just like, you sick fucks. Yeah. What is this bullshit?
You sick fuck.
Yeah. What is this? Oh, this is an abomination. And
which like why?
No, that's
you don't even know what it is.
The thing is,
like,
right?
That's the big problem.
It is unprecedented. It is
what I do
unknown.
Love is the whole beat with again the caretakers back at I know we've moved past that, but I love that there was no point to have it in the movie where she's like, "Oh, you're demons," and then second that they know she's pregnant, he's like, I might as well ask her. They've got legends and stuff.
Yes, they say weird shit.
Last night,
is there anything you do that can help her? And
between
like, nope.
like the scene that of Bella, like when Edward leaves her alone to go get the housekeeper, and she's like looking in the mirror, like there is an implied off-screen conversation of, okay, in Portuguese, yes, I'm a demon. Okay, you're right. Whatever.
You got it right.
My human wife might be pregnant with my vampire spawn. Do you know anything about that?
Yeah. And I love the whole pointlessness of it. Nope. And I still think you're a demon.
She comes in. She's like, I don't know anything. She touches Bella's stomach and is like, the devil. Yeah, that's it.
That really helped. Thanks.
I do. We yet again come into a fucked up weird power dynamic thing, which I'm glad the movie didn't show the translations of what they were saying in Portuguese, because that would be very unsettling to be like, I don't know what's going on and my husband is not translating anything for me. And
and that's other cult-like behavior.
No, it's
like
all...
you've got to have the dividing of communication.
Pretty scary.
It's all so toxic, right? Like, it just, all of it is just like, I actually don't really know this guy, and now he's like being mysterious and speaking a language with people I don't speak. I'm mysteriously pregnant.
Licensed Britney Spears Toxic.
That was
several years too old, but still, what a perfect song for this.
My favorite thing, though, of this, because Edward's all worried, is when he opens up. Yeah, it did really save Madam Web, and what a great movie that was. But he opens up his laptop, fires up Yahoo. And basically and Google's vampire baby
kind of does an image search.
Yahoo image search
for vampire baby, basically,
which
right?
They kind of did. They kind of did in that first one where Bella was looking about the cold ones or whatever, and you're like, oh.
But what I love is obviously Yahoo gave them money because no one's searching Yahoo.
Well, actually, wait. I think up in the corner, didn't it actually say "Ask Jeeves"?
And he was just like, Jeeves, I need answers. I need answers, man.
Vampire baby. Oh, there's something in here, and it looks like it's in one of those old fonts. And it says Vampire baby.
He's looking at like Hieronymus Bosch type paintings and stuff, and then he's like,
it's
the book of Kel shit.
And he's so freaked out. He's like, "No, it's a lonely."
Slams the laptop close. It's like, "Hey, bud, why'd you do that?" Like you.
But I did say to Elliott, I said, "This is WebMD for vampires."
Yeah.
They just look up scary vampire lore and
he's just on like folklore subreddits and stuff.
Now, I am a vampire and have been one for a century, but I really don't know what's going on.
Well, nobody does, because we get that from Carlisle, who of course is our vampire doctor, and he is just like, I don't know. We didn't know this was possible. And also
they tried to do an ultrasound, and for whatever reason the ultrasound can't penetrate the amniotic sac.
Yeah.
That's right.
That I don't know why, like, that seems like a weird thing.
They get away with so much that's just like, cause vampires.
Yeah.
Because vampires is their explanation.
Because there is no reason why this happened.
Baby.
I mean,
which has never happened.
And that's the thing. And why does it happen? I don't know. It just did. We didn't think it was possible, but it's happening.
I don't want to think too hard about
the biology
I
don't
want
of
to
it.
get too, mostly because I don't want to get too blue. But like,
yeah, how much do we want to talk about vampire sperm? You know, right? Like yeah.
Like, because you also see when Bella is transforming, at least in the movie, I don't remember 100% like how much it's talked about the like biological, physical like
change
stuff that happens when the change happens. But like her blood veins turn to dust or whatever.
I know.
Because the baby, the idea is that the fetus is consuming her blood.
Baby. Say it, John.
Yeah.
Baby.
Well, I will say, when we get into the whole thing about should this pregnancy happen, we get real conservative real fast, because Jacob is immediately like, you got to get rid of that thing right now.
Well, but also Edward, the father, at the
also
very beginning,
wants to get rid of
when they're about to leave. That I keep going back to because it was so nice. The cabin.
It was so nice there.
But literally,
you just want to go back to Rio,
get
man.
You back to what's the guy's name? Their leader, the main
Carlisle
guy.
Carlisle.
Thank you. It's like get you back there, and Carlisle can cut it out. He literally says that. Yeah. I'm like, damn, cut it out. It's like
out.
And then
he refers to the baby as it.
Yeah.
Right up until he reads
pregnancy.
The mind.
Yeah.
And
right up until he reads the mind of the baby.
Yeah.
Does the book also do nonsense where it spends the entire time trying to fake you out as to the gender of the baby?
Yes.
Because this movie, it's constantly like he. I just keep getting a he. It feels like a he.
It actually goes a step further in the book because Bella keeps having dreams about a little boy.
A boy, yeah.
What's the point of that? Is it just like
unclear?
I gotcha, psych.
I straight up don't think it goes anywhere in the books.
Okay,
I think it's just like, she's a girl.
It's just a
but
thing.
The real important thing is that it gets a terrible name. That's the best part.
Well, it couldn't be a boy because Jacob Edward is too normal of a name.
So no.
Edward Jacob.
Edward Jacob. Excuse me.
Renesmee.
Yeah, we'll get there because we have to talk about yet another
hungry and getting close to lunch.
Incredibly weird decision, which is Edward takes Jacob aside and goes, "She's not going to listen to me. You need to convince her to give up the baby." I'm like, okay, the single weirdest thing I think I've maybe ever seen in film is a man trying to convince his wife's ex-boyfriend to tell her to get an abortion. Are you kidding me?
If that were in a Lifetime movie, I'd be on. It's like, this is crazy.
I'd be like, this is some wild stuff.
Wild, crazy
stuff. And then the fact that he's like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. And then basically comes in and just berates her like nobody's business.
Is really horrible to her.
Total piece of shit.
This is one of the things that, like, hey, everyone, you know that this is clearly like a high risk pregnancy. There's clearly some fucked up stuff happening.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what you probably shouldn't do? Panic and freak the fuck out of the pregnant person.
And just go after the woman by being like, stop being an idiot. What are you doing?
Yeah. It's so. Oh my god.
This is
it's
also
really rough.
This is also where this is where I lose track of Bella's mindset, where it's like you're at the certain point where it's like you are actively dying, and she's like, "No, I won't give." What are you doing?
Also, is it such a stretch? They act like it's a huge breakthrough intuition about feeding it blood. I'm sorry. It's a half vampire baby.
I can't believe it takes them so long to figure that out.
No one thought of that until literally Bella's nearly a skeleton. And they're like,
And it only happens because Jacob half jokingly says it, and then they're like, "Wait a minute,
no, thinks it."
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. Yeah, that's where it comes up. Where Edward goes, "Hey, that's not a bad idea." He goes, "It wasn't an idea. I was being sarcastic."
It was a flippant remark.
Yeah. And then he's just like, let's feed it some blood. And then she's feeling better now.
Solved. Problem solved.
Not entirely solved.
I do love that the camera does cut to when Carlisle's like, I've got some O negative blood. Not on purpose, but the camera pans over Jasper, and he's very much like, wait, there's blood in the house?
And then they actually remove him from the room. It's so funny. They're like, you should probably go, Jasper, because you might go nuts here in a second.
Alice straight up, take a walk with me.
Yeah. Man, poor Alice. Of all the vampire partners, she really got a bad draw on having Jasper.
Yeah.
I mean, he's literally an ex-Confederate soldier.
Yeah.
He's literally an ex-Confederate soldier with bloodlust.
Yeah,
it works for her because she's incredibly controlling.
I guess that is true. Yeah, she's got to be running that. She would always kind of have a boyfriend or husband that she has to lead around. She would like that, probably. Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
But not only does Carlisle have, like, he says, I have some like O negative. Is that?
Yeah.
O negative in the house for Bella specifically.
Yeah.
But he doesn't just have. I was assuming he was like, I've got like 3 bags. Like, their trash can is fucking full of this by the end of the pregnancy.
Did you have the same thought I did?
How much fucking blood did he steal from the blood
And
bank?
that's the thing. And did you think the same thing I did with how many people are going to die because they now don't have access to the blood they need? Because she's got to gulp this down.
So they can feel good about, we don't kill humans.
Yeah, and then also, once again, I'm sorry, but I understand it's a Mormon lady, but it is like every sign is saying this pregnancy needs to be ended for the good of many people involved.
Yeah,
but that's not even.
Abortion is never acceptable, even in the event that the mother will die.
Yeah, so. I mean, will die, and the baby will die.
That the pregnant person will die.
Yeah.
Yes.
And in this case, that the mother will die, and also the father, because he will kill himself after she dies. Fully says, if she dies, I will also kill myself, leaving my potential baby an orphan.
Do
you think I could love that thing?
This is the thinking, though, where I'm watching this going like, is this what teenage girls want to watch? Like, this isn't fun or romantic. It's dire and horrifying.
It's scary and weird.
Yeah, this isn't fun anymore. It's so scary in like a very real way, while also being incredibly stupid at the same time.
Yes.
It's such a weird thing. All right, let's get to the werewolves, because the hard turn of the werewolves, when they hear about there's a woman pregnant with a vampire baby, they flip shit for kind of no reason, for a perceived. They're just like, this could be really, really bad, so let's just kill everybody.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Well, all of a sudden, the werewolves have gone insane. They've gone nuts.
The whole thing was they know Bella is dying.
Yeah.
And if she dies as a human and not turned into a vampire, then the vampires have broken the
But that's not what they're crazy about. What they go crazy about is because they say if a child vampire is born, it won't be able to contain its bloodlust. So we know,
and it's just gonna
somehow.
They have this. They're talking about it in like apocalyptic terms. Like it's just gonna kill everything.
It's gonna wipe forks off the map.
That's the way they talk. Yeah.
It is like. Okay, so vampire children in lore, we're bringing it back to Anne Rice ultimately brought us this horrific
that's why
thing.
we bring Olivia on here. Olivia will always bring it back to Anne Rice. Yeah.
But there is lore about vampire children being inherently bad.
Yep.
But
that's
all
true.
of the vampire lore of Twilight is so far removed from any other vampire lore that it's like, why would you assume that that's the same thing? And it ends up not being.
And it ends up not. It's so unprecedented in this universe that it is wild for anyone to assume anything about the situation.
And it makes the werewolf
wild
seem...
to assume it would survive its own birth.
Well, that's the up to the point that it's born, it seems like both the baby and Bella are gonna die, right?
Are gonna die because they are not able to,
and so it
is a parasitic relationship at that point.
It makes the werewolves seem insane, and then they just turn into straight villains. And I'm like, what are you doing?
And all because Jacob turned down being the alpha.
Yeah. I do like that. Yes, at the little beach meetup, they did have to have the throwaway line of, "You should have been the alpha."
Okay,
you should have been the alpha. What's your deal, man?
My next laugh out loud scene. The werewolf meeting where they're all in wolf form talking to each other telepathically.
To each other.
It's so good.
And I'm just like, how do you guys not realize this is the silliest thing committed to film? Like,
they wanted them to be in wolf form, but they had to have a meeting, so they do it where there's no mouth moving. You're hearing them growl. Yeah. But on top of that, I guess it's werewolf telepathy, where their voices have been modified, and they're like, hey,
the filter
that is established in Eclipse, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, it probably was.
The packs can talk to each other.
You have it's like, and it might be in the book more than the movies, but like Jacob tells Bella, like, it sucks because literally everyone can read each other's minds
all the time.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's
right.
Not good.
We just, but Eclipse does not have an extended sequence of back and forth conversation.
No, I don't.
And also, these werewolves have never looked good. They've always been such shitty effects. Full?
But think about the scene if they had made the CGI werewolves talk with human.
It still would have been. It would have been even sillier.
Like a fucking live action Disney movie.
Yeah.
And once
which
again,
this kind of is,
quote unquote.
But all it's doing is now it's just like they're like, we don't care, Jacob. We got to kill this lady. We got to kill that baby. We got to kill everybody. And he's just like, well, then I'm standing against you. So he's got to go side with the Cullens. And except for Seth and what's the
Leah?
Yeah, Leah. They back him. They're Team Jacob.
Yeah.
They are Team Jacob.
And then once again, because
in the realist sense.
both Edward and Jacob are such fucking martyrs that they always have to be like, no, get out of here. I won't drag you down with me.
Yeah, this is my stand.
It's so weird too, like how hostile he is to Seth and Leah.
Yeah.
Like about it,
like
hey, you're gonna need all the help you can get, dummy.
Yeah. But then
they're going to go and defend the Cullens and poor dying Bella.
But this
we did really fast. We did miss the best part of this werewolf standoff interaction, which is Seth doing his fake wolf psychology alpha move and like trying to force like all the wolves like go onto their paws in like a bow submissive pose.
Yep. That was funny.
Jacob pushes himself through it and is like, no, I stand against you.
I am the son of the chief, and I should have been the alpha, and I defy you.
Team werewolf forever.
Yes. So good.
It's so
oh wait, no, terrible.
It's quite
in this
I get them mixed up.
Werewolves generally.
It's quite terrible. I do like that we didn't talk about the fact that Carlisle has set up an entire medical clinic in the back of the house. Yes. We'd seen a little bit of him having like an office, but now when he's got x-rays up and he's got, just like, man, how much shit are you stealing from the hospital, Carlisle?
He bought all that.
Yeah. Again, they're rich, so he could have just bought it.
And keep in mind, everything we're describing, they are keeping they're keeping Charlie in the dark about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Charlie has no idea.
The greatest victim of Twilight is Charlie.
Clinic call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is so...
And he still does not drive to the Cullens.
Well, what I like is he goes, tell me where in Switzerland. I'm on the next plane. I'm a good father who cares about you. I think her mom apparently doesn't give a shit at all. She's just out of this.
Phil, it's not summer. I actually don't know what time of year it is.
Yeah, that's true. You don't have a good idea of what it is.
Yeah, it's got to be like... Because they graduated in the last movie. It's like fall, winter-ish, it's probably...
It's baseball season.
Oh, there you go.
Well, it would be end of baseball season, though, so that's interesting. But
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. That's the thing. Time is. What's up?
Okay, it is fall.
Okay.
You end these books, Olivia. Don't.
No, she Googled it. I can see her
phone. No,
it's
she
the
just
end
pulled
of
out
August
her
or beginning of
highlighted
September.
copy. Yeah.
Because Renesmee's birthday is September 11th.
Oh no!
Really? 9/11?
Why would you choose that?
It is September 11th, 2006.
Wow.
So, oh no. So I mean, obviously these books were written. I mean, she knew what she was doing. Why would you do that? What a weird choice. Like that's a choice.
Never.
What a weird. The countless bizarre choices from Stephenie Meyer in these.
Yeah.
The other weird thing about timeline in this is all the werewolves are like, we're gonna kill those Cullens. All right. Yep. Not right now though. The amount of time that Jacob's like they're coming at some point.
It's weird because this pack is without Jacob, Seth, and Leah. It's still 12 werewolves.
Yeah.
There's a lot of werewolves that get no characterization at all.
And yet they don't think that they could do a frontal assault on the Cullen house, which consists of
8 people.
When they actually do,
it was 8 or 9 people.
Jasper, Alice, Emmett,
don't try to
Carlisle, Esme.
Yeah.
Regardless, when they actually do,
okay. So when the other werewolves join them, it's about 9 versus 12 essentially. That's okay. That's a pretty even.
Except for the Cullens actually say in this movie when the assault does happen, it's we can't survive this. We're crazy outnumbered.
Yeah.
They go, we're crazy outnumbered.
Is he calling other werewolf packs? Is he blown the horn for other?
Other packs. Come join us.
I do think that it is the werewolves are supposed to be canonically stronger than they were.
I will say though,
created essentially because they are meant to.
Although I will say, in battle sequences we've seen before in these movies, unclear. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They do get the shit beat out of them.
Yeah,
all the time, and they add in sad little dog being hit noises every time.
And it's so goofy.
And I think in this specific instance too, the Cullens, and it is actually canonical that the Cullens are not as strong as other vampires because they do not feed on humans.
Right. They're vegetarians.
In this specific instance too,
because they're Mormons.
For whatever reason, they have not been hunting while Bella is home, and so they are weaker too because they have not hunted.
They actually worked some dialogue in that. It's you need to go get yourself some food because you haven't eaten in a while.
Before they know that the werewolves are coming, they have had it is unclear why they have not been hunting before the werewolves start stalking the area and actually hunting them.
I do think that this is just the timeline of this movie is weird and stupid.
I think 100% agree.
Yeah. I think they're just that's just how it worked out. They haven't been hunting and now oops.
But
they haven't hunted in a while.
This is that thing once again though where it's even if the timeline's off, it's you guys know how movies work, right? When you're there's an army coming for us. You don't then spend the next hour of the movie going I don't know, at some point though. I mean, they're out there.
Yeah.
And there's the movie doesn't give you a reason why they aren't attacking right now.
There's an easy 40 minutes that could not be here.
Well, because they even cut to the werewolves are watching the Cullen house and I'm going, "Well, why aren't you striking?" They're just we'll come back later. It's just and the amount of times in my notes.
You didn't feel the tension building all the way through it? Because I did. The tension kept building.
So the way Jacob tries to diffuse this is he goes, okay, guys, cool it with the Cullens. As soon as the baby's born, I'll fucking kill it.
Well, because
I'll take care of myself.
But he says that as a misdirect so that the Cullens, some of them can leave.
Right, because that's right. They're instead of just a frontal assault on the house, they are attempting to attack them individually now.
his genius plan that works somehow is this.
Is to go into the wolf territory and be like, hey, a bunch of y'all, I'm here to talk.
So
that there are less of them stalking the Cullen house, so that I keep wanting to call Renee Renesmee.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake. That Esme, Carlisle, and Emmett can.
This is someone who doesn't know how to do action or any sort of strategy, being like, this is a smart. This is a plan.
He's a fucking idiot. I mean, this guy's an idiot.
It also feels like a moment, like a. Okay, I am not a very good writer, so. And I recognize this in other things.
Elliot, I'm going to say this. You're light years beyond Stephenie Meyer. No question whatsoever.
I will think of I'm going to write this, and it'll be it's like, this is the cool mic drop moment. But it's actually, really stupid. And that's what this feels like.
Yeah.
You can track that. You can sit there going like, oh, I can see the writer's intent is supposedly this is the big beat, and then you go, but this.
Yeah, I see. I'm seeing the board, and I'm like, yeah, I understand. I've seen other stuff that does this, and I feel like that's the thing with Stephenie, and that's the thing where. Because also, not only is this a good director, we've talked about before, Melissa Rosenberg, who writes these movies, has written many other good things. It's just, she is adapting horrible material. These things were never going to be good. Because Stephenie Meyer had enough say-so that they couldn't just toss the books aside completely.
And because, as I said in New Moon, Rosenberg is actually adapting this very skillfully.
It is a very faithful
adaptation.
It is perfectly conveying the tone and all of the beats and all of the important plot elements of these books. It's just that there are none of those.
Right.
Yes.
Stephenie Meyer had way too much influence over these scripts. Because that was part of the contract.
And that was the contract for all of these, right?
Had to say yes or no.
Rowling had that kind of control in Harry Potter.
The difference is that's much better material, and here it's someone who's not good forcing a better screenwriter, to mirror my.
But I feel like they learned this lesson as they started to give, they gave Stephenie Meyer the same control, then they gave E.L. James that same control on 50 Shades of Grey, and you're like, yeah, but that stuff is shit, utter shit. So maybe we don't need.
Maybe we make this better.
Yeah. Maybe we look to do anyway. A lot of my notes now just say things like Jacob sulks some more because they're basically once this stuff happens, everybody's just kind of pacing around till the end of this movie, right?
Yeah. Well, it just the whole thing is that even the werewolf vampire battle, which is brief, it is just that's
why I'm like,
big thing, which is
there's some
can
action
we save
in
the
quotes.
Baby and
when she goes into labor, by the way, and her back starts cracking,
her spine
it is scary. It is actually horrifying. But I'm like, that's not the move for these movies. That's so weird. We don't need Cronenberg body horror now.
Says you.
Well, I love that.
A lot of us were waiting for.
I love that stuff, but that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to imagine being a 13-year-old girl in this movie, and this emaciated Kristen Stewart is literally cracking apart. Jesus.
John, do you spend a lot of time thinking about if you were a 13-year-old girl?
More than I want to admit on the mic.
Well, I mean, we'll talk about it later. No shame.
Hey,
no
man.
Shame.
And then we get this super intense. Because the other thing that has to happen is we talk about Carla, everybody, they have escaped, which is great. So now that she's going into labor, the doctor amongst them is not there. Good.
Right. Yeah.
Great, of course.
Why did Carla, of all of them, why did Carla
I know.
leave?
Now, I think because of the PG-13, obviously, we don't really get to see this. Does Edward bite the baby out of her?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But the movie has to imply that. I mean, I got it, but they can't really show it. But I'm going, is he chewing her open?
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's
I knew
fucked
this
up.
from when the books were out, and people because I've worked at several bookstores, I heard about a lot of the stuff that was in the book, including the stuff which I kept saying, that sounds insane, and why are children reading this? Yeah. But also, I sit there going, like, knowing when I go into this movie, that's coming up, and then I watch, I was like going, I guess that's the way you do it in a PG movie. I mean, it's all these, like, kind of blurry shots, and he goes down, but you don't see what he's doing. He comes up
how do you direct Pattinson?
Bella, like the Bella POV is like I get it also, but like that is also very scary way to do it.
Yeah.
All of this is so disturbing, like legitimately disturbing.
But then hilariously, when you pull away to the overhead shot once it's all over, she's not actually that. There's like a little bit of blood.
Too. I noticed that too. I was like going, that I think is even a small amount for a normal birth.
So
I'm like going, there should be blood splatter all over the place. Because he's
well, no, that's the thing is like as disturbing this is, they also have to keep it PG-13. So it's weird. It feels weird. This is what we talk about a lot with PG-13 monster stuff on this show. Is it just feels strange.
Yeah.
Like it's just like
and here they're doing the thing.
These are R-rated creatures inherently.
Yeah, but here they do the thing about they keep bringing up. Well, can't you turn her? Won't that save her? Well, not till the baby's born, and even then, and da.
And that's there's such all this thing where pointless bullshit, right? The not till the baby's born is just like. That's just thrown in there.
The baby comes out, and it's fine for a special effect baby covered in blood.
At this point, it is
very bloody.
It won't be later.
It is like one of the bloodier babies, newborn babies I've seen.
It's one of the bloodier babies I've seen. Yeah.
I am so deeply sad that neither Edward nor Rosalie licked that little bloody baby like a mama cat.
I know.
I wanted it when Rosalie was cradling it in her arms, and she goes, "No, it's okay. I've got it. I'm not like I'm okay." I just wanted her to like just.
I really wanted the once again.
So good.
I really wanted Rosalie to hold the baby, and the cliffhanger in this movie should have been like, wait. Where's Rosalie in that baby? And she's halfway down the street with it.
Who's gone?
No, because first we have essentially corpse Bella, and
because Bella dies on the table here.
No, you're not gonna die on me.
And then another cartoonishly,
and then he just starts biting her all over.
Well, before he does, before he, which is very funny.
He injects her first.
Yeah, which I love. Yeah. There's just in a drawer open. Just a big syringe full of vampire venom, it's just loose in a drawer.
Venom.
Yeah.
I do have to say, I said this last night. I hate something about calling it venom gives me the ick.
Yeah.
I really don't like that term.
Well, we also are, as Batman fans, I think Brendan and I are also a little bit like, we know what venom is. It's what makes Bane strong. So,
or it's a symbiote that is
right. I was just about to say.
Yeah.
There's venom in it.
This movie could use some Tom Hardy energy without fail.
Right.
Oh man! By the way, a younger Tom Hardy as Edward, he would have made so many strange choices.
Yeah, it would have.
It would still be bad, but it would be much more entertaining.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Bella,
and then of course we have
lying to you. We must eat his head.
Bella. Yeah.
Bella.
We also have to get the CGI thing of going into her bloodstream and the venom going.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and but it really does look for a long time like it didn't work.
Yeah,
they kind of give up.
But when as you bring up, when he starts biting her, I'm like, I'm just like, how do you fucking direct Pattinson to just be like, because they're just little like, come on, wake up.
Yeah, there's not even any blood that comes out of them.
But he's just kind of doing quick little.
I mean, I get it that maybe injecting her but she has like almost no blood left in her. So what's the biting gonna do? It's more she needs to take on some of that vampire venom.
Yeah.
It works.
The bite also delivers venom.
Yeah,
as you'll recall in the first film.
No, I don't recall. I'm proud to say I don't recall.
Brennan wipes these from his memory every time.
I'm telling you. I can't believe I've now watched almost this entire
Brendan
series.
actually is contracting with that company from Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind to
Yes.
just wipe out the
Please
memories. Mark Ruffalo and Kirsten Dunst show up to wipe his memory.
Not a bad breakup. You don't want us to take that?
No, just the Twilight franchise.
Get the Twilight movies.
In fact, leave me my bad breakups. Get these Twilight movies out of there.
But then, like Eternal Sunshine, or
you just keep coming back to them.
You'll just keep watching it over and over again.
What he's not telling you is this is actually the 18th time he's watched these. He's just
erased it.
They keep finding each other, Brendan, in the Twilight movies.
I hate
it's tragic and beautiful.
Let's wrap this up.
So she's
not yet.
No, because we got it.
This is the werewolf fight. Werewolf
we
fight
get because now they're like the baby's born. Attack!
That's it.
Bella's
That's our
dead.
signal. Attack.
And I feel so bad for these actors because the CGI is so bad, having to do the I'm tussling with a werewolf actor.
Yeah.
Oh, you bastard!
Because they're no longer there.
Oh, those actors are long gone.
Those actors.
They probably come in.
So much better.
They probably come in for some ADR
They're not doing any mocap.
No,
they're not. Yeah, they're not there, and then that means the studio doesn't have to pay any native actors for the whole thing.
I mean, can we just say we haven't really touched on any of that, but just wrapped up in all of this is the weird thing about the werewolves being indigenous people.
Yeah,
I don't know. There are whole
Stephanie Meyer
whole theses to be written about this.
The Quiute.
Like I said, there are whole doctoral thesis papers that could be written on this, but it's just
actually.
I just want to blanket. It's uncomfortable.
It's bad.
Yeah, it's not fun. Yeah.
Anything that you can think of why making indigenous people into animals, any reason that you can think of why that might be bad, yes, all of them.
No, and that's so much of. I remember every TV show that I watched in the 90s, like X-Files and stuff, always tried to put Native American mysticism into stuff, and it was always these are the worst episodes because they don't know what they're doing. It's so nice now that we've talked about this, Brendan, a couple of times. There's so many shows that I like now about that stuff. I'm like, oh, because they're made by people. And I'm like, oh, look, it's really interesting if it's made by people who actually grew up in this culture. And, you know.
The couple of episodes of Reservation Dogs where they actually have a deer woman, I was like, these are people who know what they're talking about. And this is fascinating.
And know how to present it in a way that feels legitimate and isn't boring white people read a book, you know?
Yeah. Or in this case, are just making shit up.
Oh, it's so. I mean, I'm because these are all, like I said, everyone very talented actors. Glad they got work of some sort but I'm also even more thankful that I've seen all of them in better stuff.
We've entered a much better period where they're represented a lot.
There's a lot of great stuff
and creating their own stuff. So yay,
a lot of great stuff out there. Let's talk about CGI Babyface.
Okay.
Because Jacob, he's watching this fight between these vampires and his old pack.
This is not what he wanted, man.
With his
daughter. He's like, Bella's dead. I'm going to finish this. So he goes into the house. Rosalie, not participating in this fight because she's too busy staring at this baby.
She's baby crazy.
And off screen licking her like a mama cat.
Yes, of course, because the baby's clean.
Yeah.
Look at the baby, it's clean.
Can I read your fan fiction? Because this seems like it would be very interesting.
Brendan, the baby is clean when Jacob sees her.
We never get an answer as to how. What other conclusion is there?
Why would she wash it when she could lick it like a little mama cat?
God damn.
How did it get clean?
I love Olivia's fan fiction short story, Rosalie Mama Cat. I love that story. So Jacob walks into the room, ready to kill that baby,
very
man.
Dramatically with the fire.
He's got infanticide in his eyes, man.
Yeah. But then he comes around the chair and sees the baby and he looks at the baby.
Well, and Rosalie for some reason in that moment lifts the baby up kind of like Simba in the Lion King.
And the thing I love, here's the thing I love most.
Life starts playing.
We've seen CGI babies and things. It's a real baby's body with a CGI baby face, which is the weirdest choice. horrible decision.
Well, but it's replacing an even worse choice, which was wasn't this the replacement? The original CG babyface looked like some freaking monkey demon.
That's the next one. That's the toddler. That's toddler Renesmee, and it's real.
We're waiting.
It can hurt you.
Yeah, we're waiting for that one.
Okay, all right.
I mean, I know that.
And Brendan, it's standing behind you right now.
Yeah,
These movies are getting scarier and these are becoming the scariest movies we watch.
It is the Halloween season. But so this thing is the most ridiculous and disturbing thing I've seen in film in a long time.
Yeah.
And that is the instant love story between
here's
a guy
the thing.
who's 18 or 19 and a born
I
infant.
bag on Lautner, and I don't regret that. No one could act
No one could have
this.
pulled this.
No.
Looking at this baby.
No one should have.
And then having this flash forward of her aging up.
Yep.
And like, I'm going to be with this baby.
She ends up being very attractive. But still,
here's
that's a
the
19-year age difference.
But here's the thing.
Also, that's the daughter of your romantic rival and
here's
your
the weird thing that because I forever have heard about this.
The
obviously.
weird thing?
Yeah, but the thing,
the singular weird thing.
The surprising thing for me, let me say that. The surprising thing for me is, because I've heard about this forever, it's like, Jacob ends up falling in love with a baby. By the way, I heard that from Seth Rogen, I guess, based on the voice I did. He totally falls for a baby. But yeah, right? But what I like is, because we know, we were talking about imprinting before, they've talked about imprinting in all of these movies, it's always been portrayed as romantic, right? Generally. But then in dialogue here, they try to back off on that, which that I did not know, is that they try to go, because I wrote down, he goes, I will be her brother, her protector. Yeah. And I'm like, we stopped short of like lover.
Lover.
Yeah, it's like
anything she needs me to be.
That's it exactly. They try to put it on her. It's like, if she's down to fuck, then so am I, maybe, but it's got to be her choice.
I will do that.
And listen, the implication of you being all of these roles to her as she's growing up and then fucking her later is not. Yeah, that's not. No, that's
incest.
Yeah,
essentially.
No, it's just when she
father figure, brother figure, and then I'm gonna do you.
Yeah,
blah, blah.
Yeah.
No, it's like I said.
The power dynamic here is normal and good.
Absolutely.
No criticism.
Yeah.
No.
By the way,
you did it.
I've mentioned this on one of the other episodes. I don't remember if you were on it for, but just go read the feminism part of Stephenie Meyer's Wikipedia page. It's pretty funny because she constantly.
Is it all trad wife stuff?
No, it's all her going, I'm a feminist, and then feminist groups going, based on everything you've put out into the world, I beg to differ. Every single thing you've ever written seems to indicate you very much are not. So, anyway, and then, we get the thing about Jacob then joins the werewolf fight, and they're like, hold on, I thought you were going to kill that baby. And they're like, oh, God. He imprinted on it, and no werewolf can hurt anything it's imprinted on.
Edward is the one who has to deliver this news.
Yeah.
Wow.
Once again.
Yeah. It is yet again he has read Jacob's mind, and now instead of his wife, who Jacob is like, I would like to fuck.
Yeah.
It is his brand new baby.
Yeah.
Newborn
now
daughter.
you all saw something.
Like, what's your deal?
You all saw something I didn't see, which is Edward breaking Jacob's arm.
Yes.
That is
and it
not.
Also leads to nothing.
That is not in the. That is one of the differences between the cuts.
It gets. It's quick and it heals at like 5 minutes later. It just
he's a werewolf.
Yeah. Because once again,
like, okay, I'm fine.
None of this matters because they're all immortal creatures, right? Like, I mean, it's sort of like it doesn't really matter.
Right? Like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Why do they even fight?
Well, that's a question I have about That's a question I have about. Are the werewolves immortal? No, I don't think they are.
Not. They can be killed.
They are.
But I mean, they age.
They die.
They will die.
I'm sorry.
That's what I mean by immortal. Because obviously, the vampires can also be killed certain ways. They age though, because obviously, like
Billy was a younger man,
right?
Yeah. Also a werewolf,
Harry
and used to have the use of his legs.
Yeah.
And now he doesn't. Yeah, all that.
Yeah.
Well, Billy was not a werewolf.
I thought Billy was a werewolf.
No, his father was
he's
werewolf alpha.
He's the son of a werewolf. Yeah.
Okay.
This is really why you brought us on Mars, because
Elliott
and I are apparently the lore masters.
You've helped a lot.
To a certain extent, it kind of is. Much like
the knowledge that Bella's pregnancy lasted exactly 28 days. There are so many things from these books that just
they'll never go away.
They'll never go away because I read all of them at such a formative fucking age.
I'll be old and I'll have forgotten the name of my child, and I will be like Renesmee.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, what was your name again? Was it Renesmee? Was that your name? No.
Was that your name?
Renesmee.
Am I Team Jacob or Team Edward?
When I had obviously heard Renesmee.
That's when they'll know I'm really gone.
Yeah.
I can't remember if I'm Team Edward.
Mom's talking about Twilight again.
I'll be sitting across the community room in the old folks' home going, I'm Team Scott McCall from MTV's Teen Wolf.
Oh,
perfect.
By the way,
are you guys also in the old folks' home playing chess?
Playing Settlers of Catan.
Yeah, they are.
We're playing 13 Dead End Try.
Yeah, there you go. There it is.
I can't make the trap go. My hands are shaking too much.
So, Bella's still dead, but the venom is working, I guess.
Yeah. We keep
this going ADR, inside of her body and seeing it die.
And we have all this ADR from Carlisle and Edward that's like, she's dead. No, listen to her heart. She's actually fine. It's like, okay, unnecessary.
Wow, those are really good impressions.
Yeah.
That's me. It's me, Peter Facinelli.
Listen to her heart.
Yeah.
When they talk in it's their dumb voice.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, it's me, Edward.
It's me, Edward.
And then there's also, of course, because this is what we're talking about, they're just filling time with lots of previously on Twilight flashbacks.
Oh, yeah.
And then
it actually is her life rewind.
It's literally flashing before her eyes.
Mm-hmm. And then backwards. Zoom into the close-up. Eyes open. They're red. Credits.
Didn't see that
first.
coming.
Uh-oh. What did I miss?
For that.
Sorry.
The vampire venom.
Yeah.
Does a glam makeup look on her?
Oh, that's right. It does. It does.
We see all the circles under her eyes disappear.
Yeah.
She looks healthier.
No, but not only does she look healthier,
she's got makeup.
She also gets
I forgot
glitter eyeshadow.
I forgot about that. Yeah, I did.
No, you're saying the eyes of the eyelids of a killer. That's why it's sparkling.
I did have that thought. I forgot. I'm glad you mentioned that.
Pops open those
because I did have that thought. I'm like, and who put that makeup on her?
When her eyes popped open, I literally jumped back 5 feet. I didn't see it.
And I was like, oh God,
what?
And I was just the whole time they're zooming in. I'm like, she's gonna open her eyes. This is gonna go to credits, right?
Yeah.
To be continued. Yeah. I can't wait for part 2. People did have to wait for part 2, though. These weren't right on each other's heels, because we've got like 5. Brendan, we've got like 5 movies in between these two.
Are any of them good?
We got another.
Well, I know from Mike that one of them's an Underworld.
Yeah, we've got an Underworld movie in here.
So no.
Brendan, I like some of them, but as listeners of this show know, that doesn't mean you will like some of them.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, that doesn't mean.
Get ready for John to defend Tim Burton's Dark Shadows. It's gonna happen.
Never mind.
I'm sorry, it's going to happen.
You on that.
It's going to happen. It's not perfect, but it's got some charm. Yeah. Anyway,
I would have liked a straight adaptation of Dark Shadows.
No, for God's sake, we're gonna have to hear about not true to that '70s soap opera.
Hold on, guys. We're not here for that episode.
No, that's another one.
About it.
Anywho.
Yeah, we've actually got. Hang on, we have more than I thought. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 7 movies. We have 7 movies in between.
12.
Yeah, there are 7 movies in between here. One of them being an Underworld movie, and one of them being, just to give you previews of future episodes, also Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, which is pretty fun. Which is pretty fun.
2012,
that was pretty fun. It's dumb, but it's pretty fun. It's
all right.
I will say
Anthony Mackie.
Anthony Mackie, who makes everything better.
He does.
Anyway,
can't get here fast
there
enough.
it is. That's our cliffhanger. What's gonna happen? You know what I love? That they, other than the dream, the Volturi, who are the main villains, the whole thing,
forgotten,
just not seated at all.
Yeah,
which is why it would have benefited from a post-credits scene.
Yeah.
But it still, even that was at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
This would have really benefited from a post-credit scene of Michael Sheen doing the Mr. Burn fingers.
Yeah, because you talked about it in the extended cut that you guys saw, they was doing the wedding, and it's just like, he should have gotten word at the end that the baby was born, right? And he would just be like,
oh, that would have been better.
Congratulations.
That was why I was like, there has to be a post-credit scene because there has to be the reveal
because
of them finding out the baby.
I do know that the next movie is heavily into that conflict. Then
yes, because
that's the whole thing.
It is the most quote unquote important part of the book.
Well,
they are the big bads of.
That's the thing that
this series.
Since they were introduced in New Moon, they just keep going. Oh, that's gonna be the whole thing, just not yet.
Just you wait.
And I've just become more and more frustrated because, number one, Michael Sheen and Dakota Fanning are two performances I actually like in these movies because they're great actors hamming it up, which is that's what makes these types of movies enjoyable on some level. Yes. Anyway, this is bad. I think one of the reasons we had both of you on, not only because you did have some experience with the books and stuff like that, is that also Brendan and I keep saying, I believe we just keep saying the same things about these movies, which is they're boring and they don't make sense. So it's just let's get some more people in here to buoy our, we don't like these. They don't work. They're boring.
Yeah.
Who are these for? Who are these for?
Well, this one really does have that because the other ones I get to a certain extent.
And Olivia, we kind of talked about this last night too. Is the first one had at least some semblance of both the romantic tropes, and a thing that I liked about watching the first movie when I did this for the show that I noticed is that Bella and Edward have at least approaching character traits.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
And
they've
by this
both been
point,
doled
it's
down.
Just nothing.
Yeah. No, that
also,
is an interesting point.
Coming from it, unless you came up with the books and love the books, there's nothing for you here if you're a horror fan. This had some bits that are disturbing, but actually a lot of it's
some
more
of that is
disturbing.
and some of it is accidentally disturbing. I don't know that they need it to be as
vampire and werewolf movies. These are very weak sauce, and it is just the entire thing was Stephenie Meyer decided Romeo and Juliet vampires, and that's the same thing as Underworld too. But at least Underworld
is guns.
We're doing action adventure with Romeo and Juliet, werewolves and vampires. Okay.
Point, we've lost all the Wuthering Heights stuff.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, I was reading this. It's on my bedside table. You ever read this?
Well, no, and that's the thing. I agree with you, Elliot. The first movie, I intellectually understand why that became a phenomenon. Even if I don't like it, I'm I get where I can see. I'm I can see people swooning for this. It's written and it's not great. But the thing is, all of that is gone now.
It's gone by.
And to your point, Brendan,
gone by clips, really.
It really is. Yeah. The first two are really the sexy vampire thing. Yeah, Brendan's trying to pet a cat on a screen.
It's not working.
Max.
But
are you Team Edward or Team Jacob? He's I'm Team Max.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah. All cats are.
Hey man, I think Bella needs to be with me.
Yeah.
But you know what? Maybe that is Bella. Just get a cat.
Wait.
If you want someone to be really annoying and watch you while you sleep, get a cat.
Oh yeah.
Third entry into this love triangle, making it a love rectangle cat boy.
Yeah. Well,
because then we have the cat dog dynamic.
I did say. I will say. I have
the fan fiction.
I have pitched before.
Send it along.
I wish she had left. Email. I wish she had left town, moved to college, and met a cool mummy. I really think that would have been get another monster in there.
This actually, I meant to mention it way back, but I did say to Elliot, God, can you imagine how great this could have just totally gone off the rails if Bella is like gets bitten by Edward. They get married. She gets bitten. She's like, just kidding. I just wanted to be a vampire.
Oh, I would have loved
vampire annulment. And then she just goes off and is a fucking vampire.
Yeah. Sure. I would have liked that too.
He's stuck at home with the kid.
Yeah.
And then the rest of Breaking Dawn is just her live, laugh, loving through.
Like I said, I wish we just
eating people.
I wish we just kept adding monster tropes. She could meet a gill man.
I would have been team Amenhotep. I would have been team Amenhotep.
That's what I'm saying. She's like,
come on, no Edward, no Jacob. Get with the ancient Egyptian.
Get with Vosloo. Let's get Vosloo back in here, man.
Arnold Vosloo.
She goes to college. She decides to make her own man, and then we've got Lisa Frankenstein.
Oh, that's
or you
that's
get
on
the
our
SNL
calendar, of
skit
course.
With Bill Hader and Kristen.
That is still. I recommend instead of watching any of these movies, watch that Frankenstein.
That was great.
Say it.
All right,
Frankenstein.
Let's wrap it up.
Yeah, there it is.
Wrap it up, John.
Obviously, we don't recommend it. I don't know if you've waited this long, going like, well, what do you think? Should I watch?
No.
10 out of 10. No notes. Yeah. I'm gonna go against the grain. Perfect movie.
What did we say last night? The artist won the Oscar that year, but
should have been
Breaking Dawn.
It should have been because the performance is here, won by a man who is literally not conscious for the entire film.
Yeah,
I've never seen. He was abusing Ambien this whole time, man. Well, I'm glad you mentioned Frankenstein. Elliott, because next week it is time for a Frankenstein movie.
Is it?
I Frankenstein?
Is it I Frankenstein?
It's not I wish it was I Frankenstein. It is a movie I have never heard of. I Frankenstein is coming, and Elliott, you are down for Victor Frankenstein.
Yes.
When we get to that, a movie I also like, but it is a movie I've never heard of. Brendan, okay. I think we're going to have a wild swing budgetary wise. I think this is on the cheaper end of stuff. And there's a movie called Frankenstein Day of the Beast. I know nothing about this movie.
No.
There's
incredible title.
There is.
Do we know if this was shot in someone's backyard? Because it's already feeling like something that was shot
could be that.
Backyard.
I do not know a single actor in the cast, which is always a good sign. Mm-hmm. I do not know a single actor in the cast.
Wow. Okay.
So, and we might have a guest on it. We're talking with somebody about possibly coming on. I don't know if that's going to happen.
Who hasn't appeared
it'd be
yet.
A first time appearance of another
Derek.
horror podcast host. Yeah.
That'd be great.
Hopefully that works out. Because I like when I sent him this list and this is what he picked, and I'm going, Derek, I don't even know what that movie is. Well, great. I'll just say this: if you know Derek, and shout out to him, he's a great guy. He puts Brendan and I to shame. He does know every single monster movie. Really, he has seen them all, and probably knows people from the production. He's also that kind of guy where it's like, oh yeah, no, I messaged them.
I gave to the Kickstarter.
Yeah, he's that kind of guy. So I do hope he comes on because I just want to number one ask him like, why this one? So Frankenstein Day of the Beast from 2011 is next week's movie. Brandon, you said you were upset about paying $3.98 for this. We're back to our movies just available on Tubi. World that is the nice thing about the dirt cheap ones is they're always available on some free service.
Always on Tubi.
Yeah. Tubi will just put any. Tubi is such just a mass of stuff.
Tubi is like, give me your unwashed masses.
No, there is no.
Tubi literally has my high school production of Fiddler on the Roof available.
Actually,
you can watch me as Tevye.
Hold on, we were talking about the movie you were in. Is that on Tubi? No, wait, is it on Tubi? No Resistance. Let me look.
I was just telling him the other day that a movie that an indie movie that I did in the mid-90s in Houston, Texas, has been released on Blu-ray from Vinegar Syndrome.
It is not. That does not stream anywhere.
I just found that out.
But so you can see Brendan Jones in a movie by buying a collector's edition Blu-ray of it.
Yeah. So, shot on video, so it's gotta look good.
It's the kind of thing where we were talking about. There's a note on the Blu-ray disc that's like, "Note: this was shot on VHS." We can't do anything to upsample this. There's a limit, man. Even the best technology can't put in, quality that wasn't there to start with. So
I'm not sure I want to see 22-year-old
before
4K.
Before we go, we should mention that both of you appear on another show on the Punch Up Entertainment Network, which is Material Components.
if you like hearing our voices and our like back and forth rapport, there you can hear a lot of that on Material Components.
Absolutely. Yeah. And of course you can go back into the Elliott co-hosted the first season of IP Squad with me, and we'll be coming back for more episodes for sure. Olivia, will definitely have you on IP Squad at some point here soon. And of course you'll both be back for Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2.
Yeah,
the epic conclusion to the Twilight Saga. Yeah, in 7 weeks. So, which is crazy.
Prepare yourselves.
Yeah. But there's gonna be an underworld in there. So don't worry, folks. But that is gonna do it for this week's episode of Campbell and Jones Meet the Monsters. I'm John Campbell.
I'm Brendan Jones.
And remember, there are such things as monsters.
Only not in these movies.